Shin, you level up already? Finish?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think we all did it last week.
Sorry, I'm still doing mine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me not yet. Someone can do.
Okay. Let
Okay,
me
mate.
see, where is my notes? I didn't really take a lot of notes actually. I just fought shit.
No?
The end! No. Let me
Huh.
see, let me see. Uh literally my notes. So short, okay. Wait, so did we start by crossing back the river to town? Was that when the beginning of that episode?
Going for the town.
Like after chucking Bjorn's body down the river, coming back, that was the start of the episode. Yes, like going back to town to like investigate the captain's quarters before going to the shrine. That was the start, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so what do you find?
Okay. Let me just make sure my notes are correct. So what I wrote is crossing back the river to the town after sending Bjorn's body to his final resting place. Oracles got affected by the river, saw Bjorn's death. Seemed that he willingly went to the bird's nest to sacrifice himself, which is something that I guess we all know already anyway. And then we decided to kind of do one last round around the town just to see if there's any like magic weird shit we can discover that might help before going to the shrine. So there are 2 evocation items locked in the wooden chest in the chieftain's office.
Office, yeah.
So it was a sword and an empty glass bottle with a stopper. And the guards didn't allow us to take it out from the room, so whatever. And they're still, she's still in a coma basically. And then we decided to go to the shrine and figures out we figured out that the entity affecting our dreams in the mist has been residing in there, and it's this giant spider amygdala shit thing, siphoning the mist into the portal, which was in the middle of the room near the statue. And my last sentence was, we also fought it and almost TPK Jesus fucking Christ. The end. Sounds like that.
Very end.
Exactly. It
And
was
you
a
also found a
super
flower,
sad.
a damaged flower. But yes.
Oh, right. Yes, we did find a flower.
But it's damaged.
Yeah.
The DM would like to remind you.
Okay, yeah. Yes. Rare flora, Alpha's flow, that one, right?
Yeah.
But it's no longer like glowing blue or whatever.
No, it's no longer glowing blue. Alright,
Yes.
let's start today's session. You have bested the amygdala. Strangely enough, there are no remains of the creature. After striking it down, somehow it has as you watch the body kind of disintegrate into this incorporeal mist, black mist, that kind of gets sucked back into the portal where it came from. The people who are on the other side, you see the creature kind of just fade away into this like blackened smoke. As you guys are just forcefully shoved out of the portal, you feel your bodies kind of like get pulled almost to the other side. You stand there in the shrine, surrounded by the 5 bodies.
Guys, watch this.
What?
Fuck.
Wow, that's horrible.
It's okay, mine wasn't that much better than yours.
Jeez, dude.
Next time,
Wait, what the hell?
you shouldn't watch it.
I just pressed populate. What did that do? Oh, level 3 spell. Okay.
Yeah.
So as I was saying,
Wait, so is
surrounded
the
by-
portal still the same size that we saw it, or did it shrink down back to
It has shrunken considerably.
like
Yes.
how we saw what's the stupid
The
bitch?
baseball
exactly,
size,
yeah.
Selby size.
Selby
About
size.
it's shrunk to about half its size, but it's not as small, yeah.
Oh, okay.
However, the concerning thing, which was the mist tendrils, which were being sucked into the portal, have not ceased. The portal appears to have changed in terms of its color, now a pale, almost like white silverish, bordering with like yellow crackling, very different from the dark grey and blacks that you saw previously.
Okay.
Oh,
probably going
still
to-
functional and whatever. It still seems functional.
I'm going to ritual cast detect magic just for lols.
And again, the portal is magical.
Like nothing else in the shrine. I'm walking around just to make sure that I
The
cover,
entire statue is magical as well.
uh
Abjuration.
wow. If I touch the statue, do I feel anything?
What do you mean with touch?
As in, like,
Touch?
if I, because it's the statue of Nerelis Sandalor, right?
Yes.
So if I, like, I want to touch it and like just kind of think like I'm talking to Nerelis Sandalor. I'm like, hello, are you there? You know, like try to have a connection in a way. Just wondering if there's any response or like anything happens
So
physically.
maybe a religion check.
Oh god damn it.
Yeah.
Wow.
You send up your most convincing prayer, if you will, trying to remember what you know about Naralis Analor, but there's no response.
Mm. But does it feel like warm to the touch? Or is
It
it like
feels-
cold?
It
Cold
feels
stone?
cold.
Okay. Well,
Okay, sorry, down leveling up.
Nice.
that is, well, you should go back, right? I mean,
Wait, sorry, what are we at now? Is it there?
what are we at? What do you mean?
Like, what are we doing now?
Oh, we're just in the shrine, just getting our
Alright.
bearings. I just touched the statue to see if like anything happened, but
Alright.
nothing. It's magical, but like nothing.
We're at shrine, right?
Mm-hmm. And nothing else is magical aside from the statue and the portal, obviously.
How about the pendant?
What pendant?
The pendant, right? Is that magical? Is that still magical? Is that now magical?
The pendant that the monks have, is it?
That we have.
The
one
pendant that you have, yes.
Yes.
Sorry. I mean, I thought you're not counting items on yourselves.
Oh, just wondering if anything changed, or is it still it's the same as when we left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then. Well then.
So we're wearing pendants around our neck so that we can walk so-called freely through the mist, sort of,
So
right?
what mist
As in-
tokens?
Yeah, the walk mist tokens.
Yeah.
So, and it's misty here.
Yep.
Like we can tell that it is like sort of enveloping, but then we still can see through it. Right? It's not like very light mist.
The mist?
It seems quite dense, but then because of what we are holding,
The
we can
mist
see.
is purposefully concentrated, if you will. It's
Around the statue.
around the statue, but you can see the statue very clearly. So it's almost like coalescing nearby and around the sides, leaving
there
a very
any-
clear view of like the central area and the statue.
Okay. And this shrine is only one level.
One level.
There's no. It's
No.
not like a building or whatever.
No.
Okay.
The corpses are still here, right?
Yep. Corpses are indeed still there.
Search for clues to see what were they doing here.
Okay, Casglove and Cypher already made investigation and medicine checks prior. So they've determined that the bodies were the cause of death was non-invasive.
Yeah, no visible wounds, right?
No visible wounds of any sort. As to why they were here, I don't think you'll be able to figure that out. But there are 5 quarterstaffs on the ground if you would like to pick them up.
5 quarters? That's 1 and a quarter.
One full
Stop.
staff and a little bit more.
Eldritch Bleh.
Oh.
Guys, I'm just wondering, right?
Hmm.
So I have turned undead as a channel divinity, correct? Then I picked this up at level 5 cleric. It just makes it so that it just dies, right? If it rolls 1 or 2.
No, not rolls 1 or 2. Like CR 1 or 2 is like the rating of the creature. So if you click into that, it will give you a table of like what kind of entities, I guess, are ranked.
Ah, wait,
Ah,
where?
but-
The
where
master
is-
clerics
sorry,
are teaching the newbie
yeah,
cleric.
where is the C? Oh, okay.
So if you click
So-
on that
oh,
link, it will
okay.
give you, it will show you a table.
Basically,
Okay,
you
what does CR1 and 4 mean?
1/4.
Yeah, 1/4.
One
Half
quarter.
room. Ah.
1/4.
Like
So
yeah,
zero
one
to
Oh, 1/4. Okay.
zero to half lah, basically.
Okay.
Is whatever, yeah. So if
Half
you
or
come
lower,
across a skeleton, then yeah, this would work.
But that's like everything though.
example.
When I click that, it says, oh, because it's put challenge rating half.
Yeah, if you there are strong undeads, my
Oh,
friend.
okay.
Yeah.
But isn't this a bit meta gaming? Unless like it just happens in the game.
I mean-
you
I
don't
mean,
know
if you
what
don't-
the enemies are gonna be, what?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, so I have to call it out lah, like to check.
Yeah, you don't like check the list like, oh, okay, this one can. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you,
that's why it's
No,
like, oh
no,
yeah,
it's
this
like
one
you
can,
won't
then I
know one,
use.
you won't know, you
Okay,
just
I won't know,
try
so I
and then
just
you
use
see if
half.
it
Okay,
works.
okay.
One.
Alright, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I was very
Because
confused
I
by the wording.
rarely used it, I think, because for our campaign we didn't really have like a lot of undead.
Yeah, 100.
So
lah,
I
100.
yeah, though it was only at the Arkan's tower thing
Uh-huh.
where it was like massive, like insane amount, but they were also
Okay,
very high rank.
got
So
it.
I could do very little with that, even if
Yeah.
I tried. Yeah.
As a level 5 life cleric, I got 2 new spells that I just get prepared all the time. A Beacon of Hope does
Mm,
that. Bestows hope and vitality.
mm.
Each target has advantage on Wisdom saving throws. Yo, is that sounds pretty good for us, man? Wisdom saving throws.
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's
And
so
death
annoying.
saving throws and regains the maximum number of hit points from possible from any Holy shit! Okay,
And you
okay, I
get
see this.
Revivify, boy.
Wait, Revivify is a spell, right?
Yes.
Okay,
but
then
you
I
do
cannot
need
double cast the
you
spell. I
need
to wait next turn.
diamonds.
Oh,
Do you
I
have
need-
any diamonds?
You need the
It-
diamonds.
does it say diamond though?
Does your group have any
Uh,
diamond currently?
No.
Revivify, you do. You need
I do.
300 gold worth
Huh?
of diamonds.
Oh yeah, you do right. You went to the
No,
gacha,
Oh,
right?
not Revivify,
Yep.
sorry, as in Beacon of Hope. This is Beacon
much
of Hope.
Oh, but yeah,
diamond do you
because
have?
you don't need.
I have
There's-
one large diamond.
Mm.
Wait, one large diamond. How much gold is it worth? Did I tell you?
You told me 50.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
50. I don't think it's enough for revivify.
Yeah, I have
Right.
this. So I
No,
have these two.
Revivify is 300.
300. Yeah.
So Beacon of Hope sounds marginally useful for me. Marginally.
Yeah, it's very good. You're gonna hold is great.
Alright, great.
So,
Okay.
alright, what would you like to
I
do?
guess. I mean, I don't know. Should we go back to the town and see if whatever we did here helped?
Yeah, if there's nothing else to discover here, we should go and check on Selby and the chieftain.
Wait,
Mhm.
but the portal is different now, right?
Yeah, it looks less creepy. But
Want
it
to go
looks-
through it again? I step behind Isilya and push her through.
Hey!
Wow.
Okay, so make me a constitution saving throw.
Damn it! Why? Wow!
Go take a look.
Do it!
God damn it! I hate you!
You don't
go
through.
You feel a,
Even go in!
you feel a strong shove before you hit the shimmering energy of the portal and you're violently shoved back out.
Ow!
You
I
hit-
catch
you
her
just land
before
on
she
your-
falls.
Okay, you catch her before she falls.
Why don't you do it?
Okay,
I
so the
shove
portal is
Orcus in.
the portal is close already.
It's not close. It's
You still need
there.
to- Yeah,
Is there?
It's there, but it doesn't look like corrupted anymore.
Okay lah, let's go in I'm going I'm gonna
Ah,
go
well,
in.
I can't. I failed consecutively.
I'm
all
gonna
of last
I'm just gonna
session.
step in. Is it too big or can I fit in? Is it too small or can I fit in?
What do you mean? Is it too small?
No,
Can
you
I don't
can
know,
it's a
like-
portal. You can,
Okay,
you can
sure,
just
it's
go
the
in.
portal. Yeah,
That's
but
simple.
what is the con save for? Do I need to be like do I need to like
To
pray
see
to
if
some,
you can go in.
like prevent myself from vomiting on the way in or something?
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
step
No.
in.
Yeah, like portal sickness.
If you fail it, basically just can't go in now. Basically,
Everybody gets to make one save
well.
to try if you can go in.
I'll try.
Okay, let's try.
I definitely want to go in.
No.
Yay!
What are rolls? Oh my god.
Now we all
Uh,
cannot
all
go in
cannot go
anymore.
Only the holy one can go in lah. Just go in lah. Oh no, he cannot.
Someone roll for him.
I'll roll for him.
Cannot be
Come on, holy man,
I think it's supposed
holy
to be like that.
paladin.
Like Cypher confirm cannot go in. Yeah, see?
Oh,
Or rolls. Nothing
No.
nothing above 10. That's
It's
fine.
okay. Yeah, let's just leave. I'm gonna check behind the statue just for a bit. Just look behind.
What are you looking for exactly?
hidden door.
Yeah, hidden items or loots, or
Give me
not
a-
loots, or even like maybe something that people would have left behind on the
Give me
way
an
out.
investigation check.
Sure. Feel like someone would have left something behind here.
Yeah, no.
Nice.
All right.
Hmm.
Ribbon
On,
sees. Back on the statue.
for posterity, Isilia, make me a Arcana check, please.
Okay. Arcana. Come on, please, 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 please,
Oh,
please,
hey, yo.
please.
Oh,
You sense that after kind of like being forcefully rejected by the portal, you kind of like have a closer look at the runes, and you can kind of decipher that while active, the portal is not quite complete. The runes have been tampered with slightly, and you can see that there are certain points in the runes which have been kind of like damaged, if you will.
Am I able to tell what they are and if there's any way for me to fix it?
Fix it.
Mm.
Give me another Arcana check.
Oh, that one was so good. Guide me! Vervin!
No,
Guide
no,
me!
no, 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 fucking metaing.
Ah,
While you don't really have the required materials to kind of restore the runes per se, you do remember in your kind of like studies how to kind of like restore, if you will, these kind of like portal circles. If and you figure that with the right materials, you might be able to kind of stabilize it and control it again. But again, this particular circle is not for maintaining a portal. It is for restricting the use of the portal.
ah. Okay, so to keep people out, lah, basically.
Yes, to keep
Which
people
is
out.
which is doing its job pretty effectively since we all can't go in.
keep people from coming over or going there.
Both
Or both.
ways.
So because the runes have been tampered with, we could cross over and something could come over.
So
So
maybe
now we need to basically change the lock, lah.
Are there any clues as to who tampered with the runes? Do you need like magical knowledge to tamper with the runes, Isilia?
Most likely yes, but
Most
honestly,
likely.
with portals, if you just kind of like scratch off a part of like the runic symbols, that would effectively
portal.
render a portal
Yes.
like useless.
Sounds like a very
So-
shitty lock.
Well, that is that, but they won't. See, they were not trying exactly to destroy the portal.
They were
or
trying to change
they
something.
were trying to change something.
Okay. Okay.
change the channel, went
Change
somewhere
the rune.
else.
This shrine,
Ah,
right?
Okay, okay.
Is it like very high up as compared to Greycloak?
It's
High up.
high up meaning
On the altitude.
altitude. It's quite high
Yeah,
up.
altitude.
It's quite high up. It's quite high
It's
up.
quite high up. Hmm.
It's
Then
not the peak. It's not like the peak. It's like halfway up to the peak, I guess.
Would it be? Are you generous enough to give me a check to look for herbs or tea leaves? Maybe his
He loves it. I love it.
Yin's tea leaves are
I
somewhere
love
here.
that he loves it.
Sure. After you exit the shrine, I will
Yeah.
grant you one check.
Okay, okay, sure. In the around the shrine area then.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wave like Neluon around to see if there's still any
Oh.
shining.
There is no more shining after the creature has been bested.
Oh, being chilling already.
Like, okay.
What's that? Prawn cracker.
No, fries.
Oh, fuck.
Macadee fries.
Hey.
Mm.
I can't eat fries. That's
Why?
sad. I've been eating porridge for 2 days already lah. But you don't get to choose your
Wait, you got
meals.
sore throat, man?
Why you
No,
don't get
not
to choose
really.
your meal? Just order ah.
Bruh,
Six.
my mom is like, you must take care of your.
Yeah, sick people must eat porridge. You don't know, man. They
I've
are
been eating
in.
porridge
It's the
and like
law.
fucking fish
Yeah.
soup for like 2
Oh
days.
my
Eh.
god, this
It's the
reminds
law.
me of the conversation that you had last time when we were playing TF2. And then you had chicken pox. And then your grandma don't let you eat chicken rice. Was that the one?
Yeah. No, apparently it's a thing. You're not supposed to eat chicken rice when you have chicken pox.
I got
It's a
chicken
Chinese.
fucking eat chicken rice.
It's a I don't know. Apparently, like Chinese believe, like if you got cough, right, cannot eat chicken rice, and you got chicken
Yeah, I
pox.
cannot eat chicken. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why. So
Yeah.
weird.
What?
Never heard of it before. If you got
No.
cough, apparently
That's
like
because I've never had chicken pox.
chicken will
So
give you a lot of phlegm.
Okay. Got it. Noted with thanks.
Thanks. Eldritch Blast.
Anyways, do you
Let's go. Are we
do
going
you,
back?
do you think then the portal that you saw Shelby open
Hmm.
was naturally supposed to lead to wherever this goes instead of what we saw?
Hmm.
There's only one way to find out.
I feel like also true, but my assumption is that she created the lock. So to prevent people going in and also whatever is on the other side coming through.
So,
So she I guess did this, and then now because of whatever happened, maybe these monks came here and like tried to change the runes in such a way that it essentially destroyed the lock and allowed like the entity to come through. She's probably like the one person who can fix it.
okay,
Hmm.
so when we were in Everesca, we talked to Joxora, right? She said that this portal in Grey Cloak Hills was supposed to connect to the demi-plane of Dread.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that
Supposedly, yes.
sounds pretty dreadful. That thing you fought.
And I
Yeah.
recall if this is the same portal we're talking about, we could use some sort of method to redirect it, right?
Yeah, but she only said for a short period of time. It's not going to be permanent.
I mean, if
Yeah.
that is a possibility, they could have used that on the way in here. Well, whatever attacked us could have come from a different plane than where this was initially intended to go to.
Yeah, but she also said that you need 2 arcane users to hold the portal open. Everybody here is dead.
Well,
what
it could
happened?
have come from the other side. Perhaps the arcane user.
I mean, I
is-
didn't go through the portal, so what did the other side look like?
I think it looks exactly like a mirror image of this
It's
side.
a mirror image of this side.
Except everything was more real. The water was more real.
Make me
Big brain check.
history check.
A what?
History check.
Come on,
And I'll
babe.
make a history check for side grade.
Historia. High
History.
story.
High story.
Oh my
Aiyo.
god. Oh my god.
Nice lah.
While you have heard of Demi-Planes of Dread and the Shadowfell before, whatever you've heard is mostly rumors. But the rumors themselves believe that it's almost like a mirror of the world.
Oh. Okay.
Interesting.
Certain parts of which connect the two, the points of contact between the planes are almost like mirrors.
Well, this does sound like that.
So,
We should go back.
if they
and
were
sh-
trying to change the connection, either it failed or the connection has ended.
I don't think. I think maybe. I don't know. I feel like the entity was somehow tied to this portal. So now that we have destroyed it, or I don't know whether we actually destroyed it because there's no body, but maybe with it being gone, it has now. Because remember what what's her name?
Joxora.
Sora.
Yeah, Sarah said she's like you need to be a super like practiced like well versed in plane jumping, walking, whatever you call it, in order to say create a portal, know where to go, and figure out how to change like runes and shit like that. So I don't know if like these monks here were the ones who changed the runes of this portal. But I think that particular entity that we fought is probably like the one that can actually make the change. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
as
they were
in,
just there to like assist, but
as
I don't
in,
think they knew how to do it properly. So by bringing the entity here, it's like to help them, I guess. I don't know. But now that this entity is gone, this portal seems a little bit more stabilized. Like it's not as secure as it should be, but it's better than what it was when we walked in here. So I don't know.
I think that
Yeah.
maybe the thing that we fought that was shooting laser beams and um, you know sending us into nightmares. Perhaps it was strong enough to count as 2 arcane users just in that one being, and it just by itself led its way here.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong.
I mean, but this portal already connected to the demi-plane of Dread. Why would you...
Could have been redirected
I,
elsewhere.
but it was. I don't think maybe they're trying to redirect it. Maybe they're trying to open it, or maybe they were trying. I don't know. Because remember we had sort of a conversation, or if there was some. I can't remember what conversation we had with who, but there was an implication that the people here in Grey Cloak, they know about this portal and they are like the keepers of it, right? So they are supposed to essentially protect our plane from whatever is on the other side, which I think is what Selby was doing. So she did this. She locked it and said, "Okay, we have to protect this and make sure that this is stable and stuff like that. So like shit doesn't come through, and inversely, no one can go through to the damn plane. So it's not like they don't know of this existence. They do." And she is the only arcane practitioner in this town, so I guess, the responsibility fell on her shoulders to do this. But with her out of the picture, obviously, you know, they know that whoever who is behind this knows that they can effectively do whatever they want in relation to anything arcane related, because there's no one else in the town who knows what to do, you know?
Quick question, side note, can we determine how long these monk dudes have been dead for?
Wait, let me check what the check was previous session.
I don't think there was a check. Vervin and Cyfrid were the only two that were not affected by
Castlelove and
the...
Cyprid.
My note says Vervin and Cyfrid, I don't know.
Castlelove and Cyprid.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Yeah, so they just did a cursory glance and see there was no...
Sure, we'll allow
I
medicine
don't
check.
remember
One more
there
medicine
being
check.
a medicine check. Was there?
Oh, yes, there was, but I'll allow one more.
Okay. Okay, this time I'm trying to see if I can tell how long have they been dead for.
Okay, go.
Ayo.
Hey!
It's hard to tell without any external wounds, because there's no indication of like rotting or anything quite yet. There's no blood or anything to tell whether like how stale or fresh the corpse is. But you get the sense that it's definitely been there a couple of days at least, from the looks of like the teeth and the eyes, as well as like the kind of like the darkening of the blood inside the body already.
For at least a couple of days.
Hmm.
At least a couple of days. So we are here for how many days? Not that much, right? Like 3 days max.
I mean, in Grey Cloak,
Yeah, in Grey Cloak.
it feels like 3-4 days, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm,
So
I can't. Marion, you're muted.
Yeah, I think at least, I don't know, I want to say like at least 4 or 5, because we came in, met the chieftain, she told us about the whole like beyond situation, then we went to go up the mountain,
Oh, for the 5 lah. Yeah, I think
yeah, and
Marion's
then
right.
came back down, yeah, so I think it's about 4
Okay.
or 5.
so there's a chance they were still
You know,
alive when we were in
we
Grey
were
Cloak
around.
already.
Yeah. I mean, because we said when we checked on Selby, that was like the first day we were here, right?
Yeah,
She was already out.
exactly. Same with
And
the
but they said that
Tomb
she
Guardian.
was out, like this was something that happened very recently.
Just
Like
wondering why-
within the day, like before we got here, maybe like a day or two, she was already like, she all of a sudden just like couldn't wake up.
Mm-hmm. A
So
day
that's-
before you arrive.
So that's probably when they also
really?
arrived.
It says, my note
Yeah.
says, when we first met, Selby Ramhorn said she was asleep for 5 days straight already.
Yeah, so a couple of days. Yes,
Mm.
about 5 days.
So
That tracks.
5 days before we even arrived, she fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Then they also made the chieftain fall asleep, which was more recently.
Yep.
Um,
But the chieftain, whoever made the chieftain fall asleep, these confessor dudes would have been dead already, right? What's going on? Why did they die?
maybe the entity found no use for them anymore. It's like they were trying to get it open, and the entity came through, and maybe there was a discussion, and now it's like, fuck off, you're like of no use to me. I don't know. It's all. I feel like if we go back and Selby happens to be awake as a chieftain, we will get a lot more answers there.
Yep.
Because right now it's just speculation.
And should we head back?
I mean, there's a chance that when we go back, like everything is fine and Selby's awake.
Fingers crossed.
Perhaps things might have changed if when we killed that nightmare thingamajiggy.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, leaving the shrine.
Yeah.
Vervon.
Vervon is going to take a peek since we're at high altitude. Yin's tea leaves.
It's
I
not
roll a
tea
nature
leaves,
check?
altitude fern.
Not altitude fern, but he also looking for tea reefs, right? But his tea reefs is not in here, right? It's the other like black road or something, dark road.
It's not here, yeah. It's here is altitude
Bruh,
fern.
the tea is not here. The tea is from the
Sorry.
Anoro.
Anoro.
Sorry, altitude fern. Nature check. Or what? Nature check or
Survival.
survival? Okay, survival. Come on, Vervon. Let's go.
You don't find anything.
Alright. You know what? It was worth a try.
I noticed
that's it.
Vervon looking around. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
You know, still haven't found that altitude fern that Ian's been talking to us about. Might be kind of useful moving forward, but guess I'm not finding them here.
I don't think we're that high up, to be honest.
Yeah, and if you're leaving the hills soon, I don't think we'll need it anymore.
Like,
We might need it moving forward. Who knows?
I think he said that we need to scale up like the hill or the mountain, so I feel like we haven't really done much scaling.
Ah, any scalers? Alright.
No.
Okay,
no,
I mean,
no scalers.
if we
tired.
can convince the chieftain to send help to Everesca, I guess we can reward ourselves with a day off in search of altitude.
Sean's like, no.
Filler
bleh.
episode.
All right.
Scavenging
It's
episode.
a long trek back to the, or a day and a half back to the
Oof.
Alright, wow.
to Grey Home. Is there anything you would like to do on the way back?
Go camping. Are we gonna take
You probably have
camp?
to take a long rest on the way back.
Yes. Bless.
Alright then.
Hey.
So everybody gets long rest.
Nice.
Hey.
Long rest. Level
Oh my
5. Level
God.
5. Level 5.
Wow! I can prepare Wisdom modifier plus Cleric level, so 9 spells in total. Holy shit, dude. That's absolutely Zikomon insane.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on the way back? Well, if you want to do another survival check, I'll allow it because there's long rest.
I would very much like to go looking for
Just things to cook.
yes. Okay, let me think of something. On the hills.
You
on the
cannot look.
mountains.
You cannot look for both flowers and hunt.
Okay, yeah, of course. I'm gonna go, since we're on the mountain, I'm gonna go look for goats. Any
Again,
sort of
what?
goats.
Having mutton tonight?
Are you literally looking for goats?
Yes, I'm looking for any mountain animals like goats or like lizards, reptiles. I mean, you know, it could be nice.
Sure.
It could be nice. It's part of the chef feat.
Okay. That's it.
Yes, I'm gonna go look for any sort of reptiles or goats. Can I roll a survival check?
Yes. Unfortunately, you find neither goats nor reptiles. Reason being that since you've come to the Grey Cloak Hills, you have seen hardly any animals.
Yeah, makes sense.
As many of the locals have told you before that the animals do not take well to the ward mist in the area.
Makes sense. That's why they have a greenhouse, you know.
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
That's okay then. It's okay. It's worth a try. Just curious. I'll
That's
hone my skills in.
Nice waste of a survival check, if you will, but sure. They literally reminded you like fucking at least 3 times that there's no fucking animals up here in the Grey Cloak Hills, but you still insist on hunting.
Who knows? It's like finding a shiny Pokemon.
Yeah, if you roll a net 20, maybe I'll let you. You find like a fucking spider or something. Alright, anybody else?
No. I guess.
Yeah, I think we should get back as soon as possible.
Yeah, just like as filler text, like Kesklav will keep doing SWAT drills. He does it so much they cannot attack twice. Wow.
Wow, and
Amazing.
Vervon is gonna ask the party very directly. What should I get as a level 3 spell? What do you guys recommend? Like, just give me one spell that you guys would recommend.
They do have like this gigantic like
What the hell
menu.
is this? Dude, I opened Fast Friends and it's just like a giant, like a Harry Potter book. I'm not reading this.
Huh?
It's like reading my 2 tips in FF40. I'm not doing it. Like, what is this like Harry Potter
Lame.
book? I'm not reading that.
Oh my god. Level 3 spells are insane for cleric. So much good stuff. Like if you randomly point to a spell, there's a 50% chance it's good.
How do you guys feel about Feign Death?
No.
Yeah, that's part of the 50% that's not good.
How do you guys feel about Daylight?
Oh my god. The
Okay,
probability.
now-
You're gonna get
alright.
fucking daylight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna get Remove Curse. Like, Remove Curse seems like a Bourbon kind of spell.
Because I didn't take it.
The
Yeah, I'm gonna get Remove
the
Curse.
meta picks are like Dispel Magic.
Oh, you're right, dude. Dispel Magic and Remove Curse. That's it. I'm actually quite happy with just that.
Alright.
Also not bad.
Okay.
Wait. Do you not take mass healing word?
Oh my
There's a
god,
lot.
wait, this is a Vervon spell. Oh my god, Life Transference.
Oh
Life Transference. Alright, I'm taking this.
What the I mean, yeah, it's pretty fitting
Take
with.
4d8 necrotic damage.
Is life transference like FCG?
They regain hit points equal
Not
to twice the
really.
amount of damage that you take. Dude.
Oh, really?
What if you cannot one shot?
You crit yourself and then does like.
I
holy
feel like
shit.
as a life cleric, you would stay away from necro spells.
Yeah, it's for
Just-
enforced TD.
Just saying. I feel that it's
No.
something you probably wouldn't subscribe to.
No, dude.
As a
This
person.
is Verwon's memo. Life transference. I transfer life to you.
It's
Oh, they
necromancy, by the way.
Oh, okay.
But
probably
it's
not.
like it's bad juju.
Okay,
I-
yeah. I'm definitely not gonna take speed with Hantu. Like, no go.
Yeah, so I feel like all necro-ish spells probably not.
Not sending
Except for
also,
like
I thought
revivify.
Sylvia
Yeah.
wanted sending.
What I think?
Thought you wanted sending also.
Oh,
Sending.
but like I mean over the past like fight, I feel like I don't know. I can be more useful if I like sending wouldn't help us in the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
But it's a
true.
level
yeah,
3
yeah.
spell. It's
I
like
mean,
huge.
you okay? Is it you should go all offensive, and Vervon is utility king. Okay.
I mean, she's a cleric. You
is
can
utility
literally swap out for sending.
Yeah, Vervon is
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Utility.
No, I need to learn it first.
Why does
No,
this melt into stone?
Vervon doesn't.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
Okay, making your way back to
This-
Yes.
Yeah.
making your way
Yeah,
back
we're
to the Grey Home. It appears that the people are wide awake and the town is bustling. There appears to be a lot of commotion around both the Crystal Temple as well as the Chieftain's tent.
Unless they're
Wow.
dying.
Okay, as we expected, they're awake.
Yeah.
This is the
I look at the rest of the party, so who shall we visit first?
Okay,
Who's more
let's-
important to you, the chieftain
First,
or
I
Selby?
think we return the chieftain's pendant first.
I think we need to distract Selby quickly so we can get some of those tasty dust crystals.
Potentially, yeah.
I wonder. I guess Selby holds more. Like, we have more questions for Selby.
Yeah, she probably
Yeah, we
has
do.
some of the answers that we want.
Yeah. Chieftain knows jack shit.
While the town is distracted by the chieftain waking up, it'll probably be very quiet on Selby's end.
No, DM just said it's bustling at the Crystal
bustling.
Temple.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know, I feel like we should go to Selby first.
Okay.
Okay, yes, answers are more important.
There's a long line of people outside a very neat and orderly file outside the Crystal Temple, line about 15 people long.
We're cutting queue.
Yeah.
I get impatient and I just shove my
No,
way
we
forward.
don't shove. Let's not shove. Let's be polite, but like this is important business.
Okay, I will learn from Isilia and pretend like I belong there and just walk
Yeah.
all the way to the front.
Brisk walk to the front of the door and ask
The guards.
Ask? Did you say ask? No asking.
ask to meet the what's his name? Her right hand man, you know, the
Ramston Long Ramhorn.
ah.
Ramstein.
Well, that's the village healer, so it's not really her right hand man, but sure.
I mean,
Uh,
he was there when we were like, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
that's why.
The guards will look at you and say, the line starts way back, ma'am.
Let me
Sir.
guess. She woke up.
She woke up a day and a half back.
That sounds
Uh-huh.
about right.
Sounds about right.
Sounds
It's
about
a true blessing for the village, and people have been lining up every day to seek.
Okay, then I
Oh,
pointedly
Mr.
say,
Yeah.
oh, so we're a blessing to the village. That's
yeah,
good
yeah,
to hear.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah. We need to speak.
He
to
looks
Selby.
at you. He looks at you like quizzically.
There's something to do with the shrine. You will understand. Selby would though.
Yeah, could you let us through? This is really important.
And I'm very sure she would want to see us right now.
Right, your names.
I guess we'll just all say our name
Podcast.
all at
Oh,
once.
it's
Still don't have a name for the party.
just
Well, fine,
yeah.
whatever.
You don't have a name for the party, by the way.
We're the best.
He'll walk through. He'll come back and say, she doesn't know any of you.
Well,
Of
well,
course not. She's been in a coma since we arrived.
But Reston does, thankfully, and he is sent for the 5 of you.
Yay.
This way, please.
Cool.
I hate people. Someone else take the lead, thanks.
I know you're in a Cypher.
You enter the Crystal Temple and Selby is there. She is sitting down on what appears like kneeling down on a cushion of some kind near the central area of the temple with the large dangling dust crystal. Beside her is Reston, and they are kind of like almost like communing and speaking, praying simultaneously. She looks a little pale, a little bit like malnourished, but other than that, she seems fine.
Wow. Gosh, where do we even begin?
Okay, so, I mean,
As you approach, she just looks at you with like strange eyes. Looks at Vervin in particular strangely.
Why? What's she so interested in?
dude,
Is it the?
my charisma is shit. Woo!
Yeah, I know, but I know, but why is she looking at me? Like, is there any part of me that she's
I mean,
looking
because she's
at?
probably never seen you, the
Your
lights
face
of
Yeah.
too.
You're goddamn
too
full
handsome.
I know, but like,
your
come on,
bear.
dude. These people aren't like a mountain. Like, they're not Swaku, right? They must have seen a furball in a book or something.
What do you mean they're not Swaku? They literally don't leave the hills.
Literally, they are literally Swaku.
Yeah. They're the definition of Saku. What's the guy's name again?
Reston
Reston.
Ramhon.
I'm gonna,
Hi.
yeah, I'm gonna wait first of all, and yeah, leave my weapons at the door,
Sure. Okay.
and I'm gonna just be very not close to Selby at all, seeing as she's very uncomfortable by the bareness. Maybe I'll try to like sneak off to the side a
bareness.
little bit, and I'm gonna cast disguise self.
Why? She knows how you look like.
What the?
No, it's
That is
not me.
weird.
It's not me, dude. It's
called
not
it.
It's not you.
He called it already. He called
It's
it
not
already.
me, dude. It's not
See how
me.
he called it already.
It's not you doing it.
Guys, it's not me this whole time.
Anyway.
It was
Hi,
Alvin. It was
Reston.
Alvin, Bourbon.
You just see the two of them, like you say hi, they look at you for a brief moment, and then you see like a smile form on their face before you can see their eyes trailing back to Vervin, who's walking over to the side. And then you see like the whole form of Vervin just changes, and their eyes open wide in shock.
Yeah,
Just
shake my head.
I changed into Elvish version of Vervin.
Yeah, okay.
It was me this whole time.
What's wrong with you?
Maybe this is more normal
Anyway.
for you guys.
Glad to see that you're back up, Selby.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. Have we met?
Well, we've seen you.
Maybe not in this plane, but yeah, we've seen you
It's
around.
complicated.
Yeah, it's complicated, but I'm sure you know you've been asleep for a very long time. And,
She kind of like can't take her eyes off Isuya for some reason. She's like, I can't.
Have you seen me?
No, but
But I feel familiar.
yes.
Ooh, cool. That's what I say. No, I'm kidding.
Could this be related to the visions?
Incident at the library.
Yeah.
excuse ourselves, but is it okay to? I'm gonna whisper. Is it okay to talk about this in front of Mr. R?
I honestly don't
What?
care at this point.
Okay, honestly, okay, this is the point. All right, who cares?
You-
All right,
Okay.
yeah, all right.
Bourbon, you're being weird.
Yeah,
No,
like
I'm
just
not being
drop.
weird.
Like you're
Yo,
a
I-
furball. Be proud that you're a furball.
Sorry, so is he an elf or is he a furball?
No,
No,
he's a furball. He just feels like, you know,
I-
everyone judges him for being a furball, so he wants to look.
I would I was not trying to be rude. It's just that we don't see Phobos around here, which is
I
why
mean, completely natural reaction, but he's weird. Like, please excuse him. He has a very kind heart. He's just very self-conscious.
But there's no need for disguises here.
Yeah,
It's
Vervin.
I dropped this guy's self.
okay.
Stupid. But anyway, we have so many things to tell you. Oh my god, so many questions. Where do we start, guys? I just like sit down on the floor. I'm just like a
Um,
student.
well,
I'm super excited.
I guess.
Where do we start?
But
The shrine?
well,
The
why
shrine?
don't yeah,
Talk
why
about the shrine
no,
first?
why don't we start from the beginning? So I wonder if the crypt, the guy in the crypt,
Oh.
his disciples are awake as well.
Mr. High Lord and
Yes.
Triddle something.
Yes.
Perhaps one of us could go take a look, or we could go
Oh,
together.
unless you have
afterwards.
gone to check like the catacombs yourself, Selby, like since you've been up.
She shakes her head.
Okay, well,
They haven't let me leave the temple since I've awoken. They are keeping me in to check on my health and all that.
I've got a
Okay,
great idea.
okay.
We could send Cypher down to check on the
Have-
catacombs. Send
have
the-
you met the chieftain? Is the chieftain also awake? I guess I'll look at Reston.
I have not. Reston has.
Ah, okay, good.
Yeah,
So that's
let's
two.
send Cypher.
So we need to make sure the other two in the catacombs are also awake.
Other three.
Other three, yeah.
Let's send Cypher down while we're having this talk.
Good.
The Cypher will come back to us.
Okay, so we can handle that later, I guess. I'm dying to know, Selby, how did this happen to you? How did you fall asleep?
I don't know, actually. The last thing I actually remember was praying to Naralis, Analor. It was in deep prayer. And I felt there was a moment where he heard me and I was being understood, and then that's it. Just
Prior to
fell
this, did you
asleep.
have any trouble sleeping by any chance?
Nightmares.
Not exactly, but I remember when I did fall asleep, I did have many dreams, dreams about the past, dreams about horrible things.
Library.
Not the library exactly, more of creatures.
Ooh, that
Creatures?
look like what? Giant spiders.
Yes.
Okay, we're getting there.
Any
Great.
laser beams? No laser beams?
So basically, hi. We're from
Hi.
Everesca. We've been tasked to go on kind of like what is the word that they call it? Like what are we?
Envoy?
Yes, thank you. Envoy. So basically, Everesca has need of some help. And for whatever reason, Grey Cloak was not responding, like whenever they tried to communicate. And so we were sent in. As it turns out, the reason why you guys couldn't communicate was because you were basically out of commission and you're the only one who can, do the whole sending message thing. And yeah, there was also other stuff going on that, I don't know whether Reston has filled you in
Yes.
on like the whole Beyond situation and stuff like that.
No, not even like before that. Like I'm not sure if she's been filled in on the fact that Grey Cloak potentially could have been breached. The Miss Watt tokens could have been stolen or misplaced somewhere. There was an attack basically.
Yeah, there
to
was an
enter
attack at the
area.
guard tower like before
Yes,
coming in,
and
which we,
it's not particularly safe.
Yes.
Well, by Miss Watt means.
Oh.
So a
She looks over
number
at
of things
Reston, and then Reston kind of shrugs.
Is this information that she knew already, or or
probably
not told, didn't tell her
would be
yet.
good to have like you and the chieftain together and like sit down
Yes.
and talk about it, because the chieftain, I mean, like we've obviously met the chieftain when we came into town, and the chieftain has tasked us to do some things for the town because they will there was some trouble. So anyway,
Yeah, maybe we should exposition dump to tell her like what happened, like Bjorn is dead,
Blah, 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 blah.
Chieftain fell asleep.
Blah, 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 blah,
Blah,
blah.
blah. I'm
Inheritance,
assuming she
blah,
doesn't know
blah,
all
blah,
this,
blah.
right? Because she was asleep.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's been a day and a half.
Yeah.
Something she must have known about.
Well, I mean, she hasn't met the chieftain, so I don't think Reston would have like enough
Also-
information to know anything.
Oh my god, careful, man. Also, another question. She's sitting by a dust crystal, is it?
Mm,
Sorry?
Is she sitting by a dust crystal?
It's
or is
the large central one that's dangling in the middle of the temple.
Ah,
the
okay.
chandelier.
Interesting.
The very big one.
Interesting. Is it like the
Yes.
ones we see in the mines or not?
They're the one
Or
that's
glowing way
been
more?
harvested properly, right?
No, this is huge.
Or the natural one that's just huge as fuck.
Okay.
This is as big as the one that we saw in the mine that was like 3 stories tall.
Could be a catalyst for her
So-
magical powers.
Hello, did
Oh,
you know
yeah,
you're
sure.
COVID
Don't know.
positive? Oh no. Yes, I am.
Hello?
Goodbye.
Oh shit, I've been eating
It's like,
porridge
hello,
all day.
It's like, hello, are you
Yeah.
at home? It's like, yes, I'm at home. Okay, goodbye.
My dad asked me whether I need water.
Oh.
Aw.
That's
You say, you know what? You know what I need? I need McDonald's.
I need
I
more
want-
porridge.
I need McDonald's fries.
I would like a Hershey Sundae pie.
Oh god. Don't even do this.
Okay, but before Selby meets the chieftain, I think we should ask her about the library and the hole. Because it seems like nobody knows and
You
I don't think
like
she wants
he
anybody to know.
shouldn't be in the room.
Yeah, in this case maybe Mr. Ramhorn shouldn't be in the room.
To
So-
answer your question about the crystal, yes, it is about the same size as the one that you saw, the
In the
large
mine.
one. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but not as big, slightly smaller.
So yes. So anyway, that's how we came into town and why we are like have been sort of involved in like everything because the chieftain has tasked us to da. And then when the chieftain also suffered the same affliction that happened to you, we decided to like set out to the shrine. So that is basically what has happened since we arrived. There are a couple of things that we should talk to you about. I don't know whether you want to have a private audience for this, and I sort of look pointedly at Mr. Ramstein. No, he's not. That's not his name.
Ramhorn.
But that's what I'm gonna remember him as. Okay, Mr. Ramstein. Like he might leave the room. I don't know because we're gonna talk about some stuff like the library and how I seem familiar to you, and I can much better explain why I seem familiar to you because there's been a lot of shit that has happened of the arcane nature that I. Yes. So it's completely up to you whether you want us to have this conversation while he's in the room or while, you know.
Are you speaking like that?
Yes, I am. I'm very excited. I'm like, oh my god, another person who knows magic. La, la, la.
Oh my
That's
god. Wow.
that's how I
Uh,
feel at the moment.
Sure. She would just raise her eyebrow. She said, after the long expedition, I'm just like,
Yes, sorry. That's a lot.
Reston, could you wait here? Maybe I'll speak with the 4 of them in my quarters for a moment.
Sorry,
She'll
don't mean to offend. Like,
stand up and walk over to the same place where you saw her sleeping previously. She will close the door behind her and says, yeah, what is this about?
okay, so when we came into town, discovered like this thing has been happening to you, and then like no one could wake you, and you know, Rest obviously has tried healing, and you know, nothing worked basically, and they were kind of at a loss of what to do. We spoke to the chieftain to see like, hey, you know, has this ever happened before? What can we do to help? You know, I mean, we are here, of course, on a I guess mission from Evereska, but you know, the chieftain basically say, oh fine, you know, quit. You know, if you do something for us, then we'll do it for you.
I think maybe
I'm sorry.
we
Am
should
I
just
rambling?
get to the.
Rambling?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put a hand on Isuya's shoulder and push her aside.
Can I just ask the first
That's-
question?
Why do you go to the library? I forgot.
So I'm gonna ask Selby, right? The very just one question. So the library, is it destroyed or is it pristine?
It's been destroyed for a while.
What's
That's what we thought as well.
below? What's under the library? What's below?
Nothing.
Yeah, no, there
Selby,
is.
we saw you with Verrona when you underwent the ritual to become the village Aruspex. We know you were locking up something below.
Which explains why I'm familiar. Because we saw that, like, we went in and then I don't know what was happening, and there was like some vision thing, and we saw a younger version of yourself. So it seemed like past, like we were looking into the past. I don't know how that worked, but that was what was happening.
You probably left some arcane trace, Celia, when you were in the vision that she could have picked up in the past.
Maybe.
That's
I
why
did
she
try
only
touching you.
recognized. That's why she only recognized you versus the rest of us. Either you had some.
Sylvia was the
visiting
only one
powers or
that like
something.
reached out and tried
Yeah.
to touch her.
I
That's why.
I
Yeah.
tried to like hi, touch you.
Potentially some
in
arcane
that.
interference.
So maybe that's why.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
So that was one vision, and then the second vision was you coming back to the library, I think at night or something, and then you like
Don't have any recollection of this meeting with Verona or this
Inside
whatever.
check.
I already gonna roll the inside check because I didn't take Zone of Truth. Honestly, I should have taken it.
you
Can
said like,
if
can you
all of us
hear
are gonna
me?
roll, can we roll
Can
with
all of you
advantage?
hear me? Is it cold down
No,
there?
it's an individual roll.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Inside check. Come on. It's alright.
Okay. Orcus, you get the feeling that she's not being entirely
Obviously.
truthful.
Of course not.
Syria, everything seems fine.
Sorry.
For Syria,
it's- okay.
Syria can't tell anything.
Should have taken Zone of Truth. Man. Fuck. Is that to blindness and deafness?
Yeah, but anyway, I'm just having honest. Like, we heard you say, is it cold down there? Even if they've forgotten to remember, I'm sorry. I'm just blah, blah,
Yo, why you like spamming her? Just take one step at a time. So
Look, I don't know what this is about, but I don't think I can help you with this.
Selby, I know we are strangers, but there's something going on here that is a threat to all of us. I mean, I don't think you were put to sleep by accident. The creature we fought at a shrine seems to have an ability to give us visions, not unlike the ones you saw in your dreams.
It
We
was
were
like a
sent to the
spider-like
library. Yep.
entity.
We saw visions of you in the library and at the shrine. It cannot be a coincidence. You must be able to help us.
I really can't.
And then when we killed the thing, which was a day and a half ago, that's when you woke up from the shrine. The portal was corrupted. Someone tried to make a change to one of the runes or some of the runes on the portal, and now it's not stable. And you were the one who created the portal because we saw you do it. It was another vision.
I did not create the portal, but stabilize the portal.
Yep. Well, now it's unstable again.
So perhaps I should. Nish kind of pushes us all up. Perhaps I should. Thank you for letting me know. Perhaps I should get around to stabilizing the portal. Then she kind of like.
Selby, like regarding the library, I guess you don't have to tell us exactly, but if it's anything dangerous that you can't handle, you should really tell us. We are kind of strangers, so we don't really have any interest in politics or whatever. We just kind of really want to make sure nothing bad is happening.
This entire time where Kasglov is speaking, you see her. She stands up, just like completely oblivious to what Kasglov is saying. Walks over to her desk, pulls out a piece of parchment, takes out a quill, scribbles down something, hands it to Kasglov, and then walks out the door.
I will read it. I mean, not out loud, but I'll take a look.
It says, "The walls have ears. Be careful what you look for.
Now just look at the walls.
Oh.
Why is there something on the walls, Casca?
Oracles, look at this.
Why? Why are people so goddamn ungrateful in Grey Cloak? I don't understand.
They're not ungrateful. It's higher powers working against us.
Well,
It's
I mean,
just-
to me, I didn't read a piece of paper. She just up and left the room, the goddamn room, after we talked about everything. So to me, and she didn't even say thank you
It's because
for saving her goddamn life.
It's
by the way.
because we are being too forward with the information that we've gathered. We need to present
Well,
it
then
in a
what are we
more.
supposed to do? Like, oh, we're so happy that you're awake.
No. Some things, right? Probably is like cannot like
Okay, but
like
by the
not
way,
really
right?
cannot, but like
I assume you guys are talking about this
maybe
there.
dangerous. Dangerous to share.
After I see the note from Casca, I'm just gonna head out the door and try and find Selby.
Yeah, she's on the halfway across the hall.
Yeah, I'll just follow her.
Okay. What are we doing?
Are the rest following?
I don't know.
I
I'm
guess
following
I'm
now.
arguing with Vervon out the door as he walked around. I was like, it's so stupid. Like, I don't understand. Like, what are we supposed to? Like, we literally saved their asses. No. I'm just.
Some of the things that we found out potentially is dangerous. Like even for Grey Cloak Hills. That probably is the reason why they initiated this entire thing to begin with, and maybe that's why they got into trouble. So maybe it is not a super wise idea.
It's so frustrating.
But we don't know
Just-
which
I'm going-
piece of information. Whether is it
I'm walking out of the temple.
whether is it the illusion that's protecting the destroyed temple from looking pristine, whether it's the dead monks, whether that corrupted the portal with the spider thing. We don't know what of this is actually dangerous information or not. Maybe they were working towards finding out what it was, and they know that they're being spied on, so they're working like in secrecy or something. And perhaps whatever religion that they followed just protected them from potentially worse potentially worse endings. Maybe this creature when this creature came out of the portal, it had some sort of ability to mind control these people, and the religious just protected them from this thing from happening. It could be something like that, because they did share one thing in common, was that they prayed really hard for protection, and they were granted protection. So if you are to ask me, a cleric, I would have to believe that whatever thing that they're believing in was trying to protect them from, the future. You get what I mean?
What you mean say they pray really hard? Are you talking about Selby and the chieftain?
Yes.
Oh. Well then fine. I guess they don't need our help then. They can just pray. And then I'll walk out of the temple.
Yeah, as I see Isilya and the rest walk out of where we were, I'm trying to one eye keep track of Selby, the other eye spot Isilya. I'll quickly try and find a pebble and then throw it in a direction to get her attention.
But
Sure,
who?
pebble.
Selby?
Isilya. I'm trying to get her attention.
Roll a d20.
Where are you gonna find a pebble in a temple? You
I
dumb
don't know,
roll,
it's
roll,
just like
just roll to hit. Just roll to hit.
roll d20, right?
No,
Just roll to hit. Roll to hit. Just roll like
Oh.
your longsword.
Roll like you're rolling your weapon and not your fist.
Okay, I'll roll my weapon.
So you feel a
I will
sharp,
shield. Okay.
Wow.
No.
Just to get your attention.
a small pebble hits the base of your neck.
Ow!
Oh.
Ow!
I quickly gesture her towards me and Selby.
What?
Wait, is the paper still with me or is still
Yeah, I
with
think I will give it to you.
Okay. I quickly flash her this. Then can you send Selby a message real quick?
Hi. In her head.
Isilya, there are things that she cannot say out loud.
Yeah,
Clearly,
I'm
we
saying
need-
hi
we
in her
need
head.
help.
Like you just see me
I know, but
read the paper, roll my eyes, and then
Yeah.
just
I can see your tone in the head. I'm like, oh my god.
that's what I'm doing.
You just say hi.
Yes.
You just get a very confused yes.
Oh, is there anything that you want to say? Because, like, in my mind, because you can't say it because the walls have ears.
There's like a long pause. A very long pause. Like a 5-minute pause. She kind of you see
You just see
Orica.
two of us just.
She just tries not to make eye contact with you, but she just is nearby.
Yeah,
Or because she stops walking, and before she responds, she says that there's nowhere safe where we can speak.
Even in our minds?
As you say that, she looks back at you and nods, and she starts walking.
Jeez.
What the?
I mean, she knows better than
Well,
us.
then I'll walk out. I'll tell, say, well,
It's okay
seems
lah.
like
No, we just go to another plane to talk.
the noggin ain't good either.
Just go to a different plane.
How?
Surely there must be
Yeah.
something we can do.
Yeah, I'll kill both of you, then like, I'll revivify afterwards.
Oh, then I'll walk. Wow. Well, I guess I'll walk over to Selby and be like, I'm happy to help out with the portal if you need. It will be good for me to practice, like, that school of my magic anyway. So,
He looks at you. It's a small smile that forms on her face. It's a long journey, though.
yeah, we just came back from it, you know.
We just went upfield. Want us
I
to
don't
go
know.
back
You,
out
you,
again?
you sounded very angry. So
I'm not angry, I'm frustrated. Not at you, just
Oh,
at the
Isilia is
situation in
always
general.
angry.
Also
Isilia is
that.
always angry.
He's weird, I'm constantly angry. Kaskav is a sweet boy, I don't know why he's with us, honestly. And then anyway,
Yeah.
we are a very weird group of people.
This is normal, Selby. In our community, we call people like her Karens.
Hey, shut up!
In the Everescan society, there's a
Um,
tier.
I punch
Uh,
Oracus in the shoulder.
sure, I'll probably be setting off tonight.
Oh my god, we gotta go back to shrine. God.
Oh
Alright.
my god! Wow.
Okay. We will meet you here then. Do you have the materials you need? Or do we want us to go pick
I'll
stuff up in the town?
I'm doing that now.
Okay. I mean, we can pick. I mean, since you can't leave the temple, or I mean, there's a
Uh,
line of people waiting to see you. We
Um,
can run errands.
I've left the temple, as you can. We've left.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Oh wait. She left. I thought we were still speaking in the temple.
No, you left already. She left already.
Oh, sure. Okay.
You're like outside now.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, I'll just ask the guard to disperse. They can come back another day. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
okay.
I think the portal is more pressing.
Mm-hmm. Well, then we will see you here at sundown.
She nods and then she walks away.
Oh my god, guys, back to the shrine.
I'm very pissy shitty, so I'm just gonna go walk to the crypts.
Pissy shitty. Can we go to the
Uh,
crypts together?
On the way back, you meet Cyfrid, who is returning from the crypts.
Hello?
Oh yes, very nice. Cypher,
They are awake.
very good.
No, you must
Very,
have a
very
Scottish
good.
accent. Where is it?
Uh,
Any reward from the ex-king?
Yeah, any news from that guy?
Hmm.
Quest reward, maybe
he
prayer
appeared to
lamp.
be quite happy, in content, and he says that we are free to pass whenever we would like.
Oh,
From
Let's
on.
go.
so sweet. Do they need anything? I mean, surely their rations must have like rotted by now or something.
They do require a new shipment of rations.
Okay.
Do they?
He-
Do you know what were they doing when they fell asleep?
Do they remember
they
what?
claimed they were having nightmares and almost like they were reliving specific past events.
Yeah, I got a feeling this spider thing was almost on the verge of controlling, like mind spiking all of these people, much like what Cypher's quote unquote mission that he got from the off town, his noble friend, right, in Everesca, and also the the plant that Yin was investigating. could have been all tied together and some sort of weird mind control magic from other plane kind of thing and coagulated into this. Perhaps the religion was saving them for a bit. So them sleeping could have been a decently good outcome, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe.
I don't know. Is this a targeted attack or just like a opportunistic attack? Do you know what were they doing when they suddenly just fell asleep?
They claim that, well, the last thing that they remember was they were preparing to settle in for the night and prepare a meal, and then they fell asleep.
The real question is, if my theory is, to be followed, then what about the people that don't pray to the religion or didn't get saved by the religion? Maybe the monks were part of the mind control gang. Maybe the monks were friendlies, and they became not so friendly.
Or maybe because the religion essentially puts them into a coma, is that what you're saying?
Yes, and the religion helped them, save them from being mind controlled. Well, but what about the people that don't get saved?
Then they die like the monk.
Yeah, that's what I think, right? But there must be more than just a group of monks. Any news of random people dying in Grey Cloak?
I guess that's something we could find out.
Yeah, something like that, right? Like maybe the bird died already at this point.
But like I agree with what Orcus mentioned. Like it's either opportunistic or intentional, right? And so far, all the people who have been affected are very specifically are like people in positions of power in some sense. Like Bjorn and the chieftain and Selby, like they're all like so-called figureheads in this community. And then the three priestesses in the tombs. I mean, they're literally they have to be, I guess, put under in order for them to even pass through to Grey Cloak. So, they also serve a purpose as well. So I feel like I don't think it's just anyone who doesn't pray to like the god. I think it's very specific. It seems very specifically people who have some form of responsibility in this town.
But the temple, I mean the tomb attendants.
I mean, they are basically you have to pass through them to get to the town, right? Like there's no other way to get here. So the easy way to go through the tombs is for them to like be taken out of the picture. Right? I mean, that's how we got in.
Well, if you ask me, if the 5 dead monks managed to sneak in supposedly to destabilize the portal, then they have to be awake when they pass through.
Uh-huh.
So clearly passing through isn't an issue.
It wasn't an issue because there was no one there to stop them.
No, I mean, you don't get it.
Oh, I see what you
The
mean.
monks have to
Okay.
get
In
through
order
to
for
stabilize the
them to
portal,
be
to release the creature, to put them to sleep. So
yeah.
well, anyway, maybe we go check with the chieftain first.
Oh yeah. I don't know whether we should climb up the mountain again to see whether the birds are normal. But you know what? Fuck that. Let's just go see the chieftain.
Yeah, I feel like I'm sure Selby can handle that.
The birds.
Alright.
Yeah.
Make our way over the chieftain's tent. There is a small crowd waiting to gain audience with her. I'm assuming you're cutting queues again.
Of course.
Yep.
Emergency!
The guards will let you in because prior to this entire thing, you did mention that you were going to the shrine and everything. You did tell one of them, and you have achieved your objective of waking 2 people. The head of the guard does. The head of the guard does let you through. Yep. Okay.
Alright.
You step in. The chieftain is there. I was just looking for the 5 of you. Cannot begin to think. I don't know what happened exactly, but it was like I was asleep for 5 minutes, but my guts tells me it's been days.
Mm-hmm. At least 3 days, I think. No more.
I don't know how the 5 of you managed to do it, but so you did. And look, the tomb guard owes you a debt, and for that she kind of pulls out the the scroll that you gave to her, and she stamps it with like a kind of insignia, and she signs her name on it, and she hands it to you, Isilia.
Ooh. Is this like the envoy thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yay!
You
Quest complete.
keeping it safely.
The tomb guard is at Everesca's disposal. Whenever capital needs us, we will be there.
Awesome.
I apologize
Hooray.
for not asking for permission, but yeah, I returned the amulet.
Oh, I was looking for this, but
Yeah.
Sorry,
Thank you.
we were short on time and we had to make decisions.
But we're
Of
glad we're
course.
okay.
So,
Also, during our
keep-
investigation, well, huh, we can detect magic, and after what happened to you, we kind of panicked a little and decided to make sure that we we're covering all our bases, and we noticed that there were like 2 things in a wooden chest in your office. We didn't take it, of course, but we thought like, oh, maybe this was a clue, or this could have been, yeah. So it's just, yeah. What are those? Those are so cool.
Well, I was going to give one of them to the 5 of you. We don't really have much in the way of monetary reward. We are, after all, a rather reclusive society. We are not like the main capital. But perhaps I could offer this instead. She pulls out the bottle and puts it on the table.
and oh, how nice! An
It's an
empty glass
no, no, no,
bottle.
no. It is like, how does that work? Because I know it's magical, but like how?
Oh, what does it do?
Huh? Oh, wow. Water conditions below. Oh my god, the conditions. It must be prepared in order to be prepared with water left to sit for 8 hours. What kind of water? Any kind of water? Like pure water? Like what do you?
Just normal water.
Okay.
Dude,
Conditions.
it's such a fucking cool item.
Oh,
It's going to Nero. No, I'm kidding. We're not putting this
no
to Nero.
way.
No.
It's a special kind of bottle. Then she does go through all the like conditions and everything. If you prepare this particular bottle under very specific circumstances, it takes the shape of an elemental blade. Perhaps the 5 of you will have more use for it than me.
Very nice.
So cool. You are so cool.
One more question.
I'm just like, jeez.
I just snap Isoya out of it. What were you doing when you fell asleep?
I was in the midst of prayer.
To Narale Sanalo?
I was praying for Selby and all. I felt like everything was getting worse, and I thought I might offer up a prayer.
Can't be a coincidence.
Most definitely not.
Oh, how about the situation with the parroted? Like, has that?
We haven't checked quite
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
So, out of curiosity, Chieftain, what exactly or who exactly do you picture Naralis Analor to be?
Fair,
How do
kind
you
God.
pray to him?
Well, it's not so much of how, it's more of whether you are sincere enough, I feel. I mean, I think anyone can pray to any god. It's just really about whether you mean the words that you say or not.
Do you reach out to a specific entity? Or just, like an open-ended request to
It's-
anyone willing to listen?
I think it's a little more complicated than that, my friend. Perhaps one day when you have the privilege to be touched by something higher, perhaps maybe then you will understand.
You were touched by something higher?
You can say I was privileged to bear witness to the grace of Naralis Analor when I was a child.
How so?
It was a near death moment. And I saw his guiding hand.
Huh. So
Where was this? What was it like?
Oh, when I was young, I my father and my father, who was the first chieftain, and we would make trips to the capitals at times. And there was this once when we went on a hunting trip near the capital, and there was a wild boar that knocked down my horse and me. And as I collapsed, the boar rammed its tusks into my torso. Then she kind of pulls up her leather vest slightly. You can see like two large gashes on near her in her torso area, like all the scars lah.
Hmm.
I was bleeding out and trapped under my horse, screaming for help, but I think everybody was a little bit too far away to hear. That moment, I saw the shadow of a man, grey cloak over his head, the symbol, holy symbol around his neck, a dove perched on his shoulder. He handed me his hand. He offered me his hand, and he said he would take me away, make the pain stop.
How do you know he was Naralis Analor?
It was not, it's unmistakable. I just knew.
What happened then?
I was ready to leave, but I was ready to submit my soul to the afterlife, but my father's men found me shortly after and pulled me out from under the horse. They said I was unconscious the entire way, but all I remember was that fateful meeting with him.
I just nod sympathetically. Well, either way, thank you for this bottle.
Yes. Please be careful, it's magical, but at the end, it's still made of glass and quite fragile. Okay.
Very cool.
Who wants the bottled blade?
That would be something that I think Orcus
Orcus.
would want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like something Orcus would be interested in.
Think you
And
get the
I-
most use out of it.
Yes, and I also present holy water just in case you would like to give it a try.
Okay, I can hold on to it. So you need to fill the bottle with water and a bit of holy water.
Yes,
Oh,
one
and-
vial, one vial.
One
Oh,
vial.
one
of
vial's a
holy
lot.
water.
You could just
One
add
vial is a
blood.
lot, but
And then
just
get
add
it
blood.
necrotic.
Yeah, but I got a feeling that's a bit
Hey, it's cool.
sussy.
It's all good.
Sussy.
I'm sure Orcus has no qualms about that.
Nope. None whatsoever, but oh, it's a drop of blood.
Yeah, just one
Wait,
drop.
so if it's like, say he does, it has to be 8 hours strictly and then immediately use after that, or it can be longer than 8 hours.
It takes 8 hours to
Like,
prep. Then you can
yeah, if-
Six
see.
hours to prep. Yeah, they can sit.
Then you can
Ah,
say, okay.
crap.
Even the moment you remove the stopper, you start using it basically.
Ah,
1
okay,
minute.
okay, okay. Understand.
Such a cool
So basically,
weapon.
for about a duration of like a mid to long combat,
10
1
rounds.
minute.
Yeah.
10 rounds.
Mm.
Or...
1 minute.
I'm fresh out of poison, sadly.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I just top it up with water and then drip a drop of my blood in the water.
Okay. The contents of the potion, you see the blood swirls very unnaturally inside the water before almost like you see the crimson streaks start turning black. And then eventually the entire liquid inside the glass bottle turns black.
Ooh.
Very cool. Well, now we
Interesting.
wait.
Yeah, I stopper it and keep it in my pouch.
Okay. Cool. What are we doing now, guys? Is everybody going back to the temple? Because
I-
technically only Isilya asked, so the rest of you don't have to go.
I guess we should, right?
I'm not going alone.
Shelby is no longer in the temple, right? And I wanna, help
Kill
myself
her.
farm dust crystals.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I mean, do whatever you want.
It could be an in with the Liadon family, right? I mean, we wanted to get more information, and when we were at their shop, the shopkeeper was asking for dust crystals,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but also you're stealing.
Or we
Not that
could
it
find out
matters.
how we can harvest it.
Maybe
Yeah,
we
we
can
can
ask
talk
Selby.
Her about it. Yeah,
Sure, let's go find her then.
and then we can go back to the mine and then do it ourselves.
But we have to
that would
meet her
be
at night, right?
amazing.
Yeah, at sundown. She's like prepping, I guess. No,
What time is it now?
I don't know.
It's midday.
Okay, maybe we should go and find out more about the dust crystals.
Hmm.
But she's not at the temple, she's prepping stuff
No, I
for them.
think. I mean, surely there must have been like miners, right? Like town folk who were miners.
Maybe the chieftain will know also.
Like just
She
let's
has to know,
walk
right?
around and ask people. Like, hey, do you know any miners, like the people who used to work in the mines, like just point us in that direction, just have a conversation.
Sure.
If you ask around, most people will tell you that there's like this solution that Selby has come up with, like almost like a potion or something that she hands out to the miners on a regular basis, and that they have to actually kind of gently apply it to the surface of the crystal before excavating it.
What? Can we find her? I want a bottle.
So we can go steal that.
Steal? No.
Just ask her for it.
Steal the potion.
Maybe she'll be willing to tell us how to make the potion. We can.
doubt it. But okay.
Let's
Let's
go
just
ask.
ask and
Let's
find
go
out.
ask.
Not now. Oh, bless whoever.
Okay. Anything else for the day? Until about nightfall, which is like 7. About 3-4 hours to kill. Vervin?
Why do you want to scavenge anything, Bourbon?
I want to
No, I mean, the past like couple of times,
It's
if
so
we're looking
defeated
around,
already.
yeah,
It's
looking
very
around
bad
here,
lah.
it's like can't find
Yeah, very
anything.
bad.
So like Vervin is demotivated. He won't bother looking around the Mistward area.
DM very bad.
Very bad. He rolled like shit.
I do not, but if you're going to rest, right? Tea, gamers, tea.
I
Oh,
want to
the-
see if there's any shop that sells like poison that I can buy also.
What?
No shop that sells poison.
Yeah, I
Scary.
guess it's quite unlikely.
I would like to visit the Crystal Temple and buy holy water.
You can actually.
Delicious.
holy water.
But you have to purchase from Selby, but Selby's not there.
Oh, I'm
What
sorry.
the fuck, Selby?
Get
Like,
it from her. Will
you know,
be
in the
like,
game when the NPC is the merchant, but then
Yeah.
the quest make her
She-
move.
No, she
Yeah,
has,
even when
no,
she's
she has-
awake, she's still a blocker.
She has like
Yeah,
a daily routine,
bitch.
you know. And then her daily routine only 1 hour is in the shop.
Yeah,
Then
yeah, yeah.
23 hours is elsewhere.
They need to camp outside the fucking shop. One hour.
Yeah, you can do it another time.
Yeah,
So-
sure.
wait, so but you went to the Crystal Temple, right, Vervin? Like you went inside it just to see if you can purchase anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with you. No, I'll ritual
Okay.
cast detect magic before going in.
Walao,
I'll go with you.
Okay.
Just because she said that the walls have ears, so I want to see if anything pinks.
Monster
Aside
wall.
from like obviously the giant ass dust crystal in the ceiling
Yeah.
and what the dust crystals in her room, right? Anything else?
Yeah. I told you before there were a couple of pings, right?
Yes,
Mm.
the 7 things that are in the box.
Which you saw were that.
Dust crystal, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the giant dust crystal in the ceiling, like the chandelier.
Uh-huh.
And that
Is that all I said?
Oh.
Oh, there was one more then. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I might have left this particular one out. Is a book on her table.
Magical book. Magical book.
Is magic what school?
Divination.
Divination magical book. What the fuck?
Okay. Well, I mean that is to be expected, I guess, in a way. Cause Selby, right?
Wow, that's rude.
But it's true one.
That's racist.
But that does make sense though. That does make sense. That makes a lot of sense.
What?
Okay.
Why do you voice out your thoughts instead of saying that makes sense?
No, but because it's like, divination is like time, right? Sort of. It's
No.
like past, present, future.
I mean that's
sort
part of
thing.
it. That's part
It's
of it.
So, and like, you can like sort of like those, like the so-called timelines between the past, present, and future can be like blurry for someone who practices divination, or rather they can control it maybe a little bit more or something like that.
Let me just break down divination to you. So it's a school of magic that's basically centered around the idea of revealing or revealing information or granting knowledge.
Okay.
So spells associated with divination that you would know are things like identify, find traps, locate creature, and also scrying.
Ooh, scry. Ooh, scry. Ooh. Crying. Okay.
Go read the book lah. I mean, you're
I'm.
there, right?
She's not in her. It won't be nice for me to just barge into her army like that.
Uh-huh.
Nobody
Don't-
knows.
Don't. I'm not. I'm frustrated but not rude. Okay. I'm not Orcus. You go in.
Okay, I go in.
No,
But
you're
I
not
won't know
here.
what the
You are going finding your poison.
Are you going in? The room is not locked.
I'm not going in. I'm gonna ask her about it though later.
Okay.
Yeah, but I won't go in. Cause I am a nice person, guys. Then if she doesn't want to say it, then we will send in Orcus. That's how it works.
Wow.
Oh, what
We
the
do the
hell?
diplomatic way first, and then after that you don't want to say, and then Orcus come in and fuck you over. How it works, man. It works. Better have your pass without a trace up and ready.
Okay.
Gotta.
Anything
Yeah,
else
of
before
course.
we run to 7 p.m.?
Oh, good. I am going to
Okay,
wash
you
my
meet
hands.
Selby outside the temple. She has a kind of like a traveler's pack full of items. You can see that she has been preparing almost like the entire day. So quite a number of items in the pack that she's kind of like checking that she has. Like you can see quite a considerable amount of different colored chalks, as well as different colored stones, as well as some dust crystals of
Wow.
of varying sizes.
Dust crystals. Wow. Okay.
Chalks. Interesting preparation tools. Interesting tools that you have there. What are they for?
Um. We grind up the chalk, with these precious and magical stones, if you will, and then what happens afterwards is we draw the runes for the portal with them, and then it kind of stabilizes it, if that makes any sense.
Magic,
Not at all.
magical stuff. Yep. Nope.
Ah, well,
Whoosh.
just
Cool.
imagine the runes are well, something like a lock, if you no, not exactly a lock, like a lock and key, if you will, both at the same time, and whatever we want to keep behind the door is the portal.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then the monk mind control theory is even more in check now, right? The mind control theory that maybe they know how to unlock the key, so they gonna mind control. Then they know how to unlock the portal. Then that was like the tipping point where the spider came out.
Oh, I always thought those five of them just gave up their life to disrupt the portal. I thought that was like the thing that they, cause they didn't die
No,
to
but
wounds or anything.
then these were monks who like didn't work. I think they were like the mass elf monks that we have come across, right? Because they had like the beads.
Right? Yeah. Like I always thought maybe they couldn't change the portal with what, like I don't know, they had to use some weird way which involved them giving up their life.
Oh, like sacrifice.
I
I
guess
don't.
so.
Hard to say.
Well, oh well.
Well, the corpses are still there if Selby can make anything of it.
Hmm.
Anything you want to ask Selby on the way there?
Selby, what's the solution that you give the miners so that they can harvest the dust crystals?
Oh, well, it's not exactly my solution. Something that Verona came up with, or I asked her for help with a while back when we discovered the dust crystals. It's it's quite a interesting one. It's to kind of temper the effects of the wild magic that are latent in the dust crystals, and so that it's actually usable and harnessable.
Well,
I
I guess how you make it.
yeah.
I don't think I can tell you. It's quite a closely guarded, not even, it's a closely guarded state secret. If I tell you, I might actually lose my life.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Well, if you like, I could get a dust crystal for you if you like.
Yes.
Wait, why do you want the dust crystals anyway? I mean, what use would you have for them?
Oh, I heard they were really valuable and they're really pretty and
I mean, yeah. Then she kind of rummages in the set. You could have this one. Then she hands one to you.
oh, like a dust crystal. He just hands it.
Yeah, it's like the size of a small egg.
I will take it.
Small ostrich egg.
Huh?
Small ostrich egg.
No, it's a small chicken egg. Correct.
Farm egg. Organic.
Are you sure? Aren't they quite valuable?
Well, I mean, between you and me, very valuable outside of Grey Home.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
For us, when we see them all the time, it becomes considerably less valuable.
Mm. Is it true that it helps like with harnessing or amplifying your like arcane spells? I don't know.
Arcane.
Is it-
Well, I think if
Is
If
it used like a
applied-
focus or something?
if applied properly and used as I mean, if you brought it to the right enchanter, it could possibly serve as a stronger focus for your spells.
Well, as a arcane practitioner, it would be a good experiment for me to try. If you have any
I think this
available.
one, then she points at the one that she handed to Kaskalov, would be a good size for arcane focus.
Glares at Koska because I know what you're gonna do
Oh.
with it.
Oh,
I
Okay.
ask I want to ask Selby also, could this focus be used as a focusing iris to open a portal?
We generally don't use whole crystals to open portals, but we grind down the dust crystals and we use them as runic chalk. It could be
It's so
possible.
hard though. How do you grind it down?
She says, well, there is a special pestle and mortar that has been magically reinforced.
wow. I will.
Your question of the focusing iris, it might be possible. However, I don't think it's been. I have not heard of anyone attempting something quite like that before. You would need a considerably large crystal to even consider attempting something like that.
Is there like a cap on the size of the crystals that you guys export out? Like
We
it can only
do-
be this big, kind of thing.
There's usually only the mass market tends to favor the smaller ones, like the one that I've given you. There isn't quite enough what you say profit to be made for the large ones. Also,
Really?
there's not many people who can make good use of a very large dust crystal. While there are research institutes, universities, arcane practitioners who would want the larger ones, again, it becomes a logistical issue to transport the larger ones out of Greyholm.
Okay. Well,
Moving the dust crystals via magic is a risk in itself because they are essentially magic inherent.
the wild magic.
We've tried moving them via teleportation before, and the entire spell, well, backfired. Which is why they can only be exported via trade, physical trade.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're traveling right at the moment.
Yeah.
So Selby, would you say we are far away enough now from prying ears and eyes?
She looks at you very warily and shakes her head.
Oh,
Oh, by the way, Selby, wanted to ask you about this. And while we're walking, right, just having some idle talk, I'm gonna ask her actually about the plant that we found. Oh,
his tail's so freaking cute.
Oh my god, stop
oh my
rolling!
god,
Eldritch
she
Blast!
Coco uses Eldritch Blast.
Kayla!
Blame
Stop!
Kayla. So cute, his tail.
Is it Kayla or Coco?
Oh
Kayla.
shit! She rolled a net 20.
Hi, Kayla.
Get off my keyboard!
Where did you find this?
Find what?
The
What?
plant with missing petals.
Ah,
It's
We found it over that direction. Can we just like pretend that we sort of know where the cave is? Because
yeah, you do.
Oracle's
Plus,
I mean, you
Oracles
do,
mapped it out.
yeah. So found it like that direction in this cave.
Do-
Really off the beaten path.
Do you know how rare this is?
I mean, I rolled a nat 20, so
Okay, she doesn't know what that means.
yeah, I happen to be foraging, so
Oops, sorry.
yeah,
All
Vervin
around
is a
this area.
forager. Like, he likes to go into the wild and scavenge and find
Besides
stuff.
the point, you realize that it's dead. It's damaged.
Oh, quick cast mending.
She stares at you and says, this is a priceless flower.
Rick.
Well, we did not have. Well,
It's
we had a
so
choice.
valuable that magi all over the world would kill to have one of these.
What does he do?
Well,
One less flower to kill people over.
It's been preserved in the bag of coding. Is it really
Is it?
dead?
It's dead.
What is it?
Any
When-
use of it when it's
When
dead?
when distilled by an expert alchemist, which of course there are few in the world, this particular flower can be brewed into a potion which essentially improves the arcane knowledge or focus of a wizard or sorcerer. Essentially increases the number of level 1 spell slots by 1
Wow.
Damn, my god.
Permanently?
permanently.
Whoa!
Inshallah, man. Inshallah, man. I'm gonna roast owl for breakfast tomorrow. Owl's going on the bonfire, dude.
I will stick you with my short sword before you touch
Owl
owl.
is going on the bonfire. You should have taken mage hand, dude. Look at what happened.
It's
Look at
too
what happened.
far down for Mage Hand. You know how far Mage Hand can go?
Right?
There you
30
go.
feet.
We
Okay?
tie you on a rope and then we throw you down the hole and then you mage hand just at the edge of it. Then we drag you back up.
My god.
It wouldn't be a D&D session without Verva and Isilia arguing.
Okay,
Should have
okay, guys,
taken
guys.
mage
Relax,
owl.
relax. You know what we have? We have a cleric that can locate object. We can also have a diviner's compass to find more flowers.
Not sure if we
Oh,
can find more,
Speaking
man.
of
We
Selby,
don't have a Diviner's Compass anymore,
Yeah,
Orcus.
we
Oh,
ate
we
it.
don't?
But I do have
We-
okay.
Can we remove it from the list then?
we offered
remove
it
it now. Let me
to
remove it now.
Another one, this some
Okay, but
bitch
very
eating all her
interesting.
magic shit.
Any use of it once it's dead? Any
He's
side
basically
uses?
asking if he can make tea out of it.
No, not tea, but
Are you sure?
could I maybe make a potion out of it or sell it to
Manganese.
a herbalist that would be interested as a collection or something of sorts?
Oh, it's probably it's worth as much as a pile of weeds right now.
God damn it, dude.
Oh,
Right.
well, speaking of foraging, do you know where like we can find altitude fern? Like, do we have to be really, really high up?
Well, I mean, the peak, there's a bunch of altitude fern there.
Hmm.
It grows on the side of the peak, so you have to scale a little bit down. If you go past the tower and scale down a little, you should be able to find plenty of altitude fern there.
Ask what tower? What tower?
The one with the matriarch. Is that the one?
Yes.
Huh?
The Periton Matriarch, Bjorn was found in the tower, right?
Oh.
Oh yeah, and
Oh.
owl is for dinner tonight. Roasted owl.
Suck on these nuts.
I would have gotten a +1 spell slot, dude. Look at what happened.
What makes you think you will get it? I will get it, motherfucker.
You're missing the part where you have to find a master
You need to find an
alchemy.
alchemist.
Yeah, exactly.
Alchemist,
We, we know Yin.
If we are, we're gonna go all the way back to Everesca. We
Oh,
still
we're
need to
going
go
back
to
eventually, so
What if
Yin-
he charges us like
Yin is not a master alchemist.
let
a
him find a
herbalist.
he's a
master for
botanist? He's a
us.
He's a
botanist.
botanist,
Yeah.
Ask him to use
botanist.
his connections. Alright, we completed the
Fine.
envoy contract. We need some help.
Okay.
Alright, but it's over for us anyways. It's fucking useless. Or we're still keeping it just for the glory value. For the trophy value.
Show it to Yin. Hey, look, we found his own food.
In
Look
an
at this
alternate
stupid flower we found. Useless flower.
in an alternate timeline, right? We would have passed the check, and then somehow we would have gotten a +1 spell slot. That's pretty cool to think about.
Okay.
Maybe we would. How do you tame Peritons?
Oh, I've been
Ah.
speaking to them.
Because they were extremely unfriendly when we went up there.
But that's quite strange because, I mean, well, they were unfriendly when I started speaking to them, but they've been getting better.
No, they said like they're starving or something. Like, what was it when we went up there?
Haven't been sleeping
Actually,
well.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
haven't been sleeping well. I mean, it's the whole weird thing that's been affecting,
Right.
people.
Maybe they're better now.
I hope so. That would
We-
be a good tide of events if that were
Yeah,
true.
maybe we can find out later.
Yeah.
I'm actually interested more in your god, Naralis Analor.
Oh, what about him?
Well, what's he like? What do you guys know about him?
I mean, I didn't exactly choose to become Arispex, and I was not exactly fascinated with the religion of Naralis Analor either. I felt like my whole life's purpose was kind of thrust upon me at a very young age. And when I kind of took over, kind of felt almost natural, if you will, to get to be in touch, both spiritually, and with Naralis and Analor, and there was just this one thing that really struck me about him. When I first spoke to him, if you will, he asked me if I would what I thought it would be like to die. And I told him I didn't quite have an answer yet. I didn't think I would ever be able to answer the question, and he said, well, told me that it takes a lifetime to find the answer to that question. Few people ever do. And that's his job, to kind of escort, to make the journey easier, to really, when death takes someone, it can be a very frightening experience. And with him, I feel perhaps it's not so frightening after all. Maybe there's a kind of like a moment of hope. I think some people suffer their entire life. They grow up in ways or places that we can't really imagine, and death is almost like a release for them, and to be guided onto a realm where they know they will feel hopeful again. Isn't that just almost poetic in a way?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I'm the most devout, but I try to be. I can't say I'm the best priest, but I feel like I do my part, however small it is. Why do you ask? Anyway,
Just we were talking to the chieftain about when she got put to sleep as well, and she said she was praying to Naralis Analor. I find that too much of a coincidence.
right. Can you tell me what you saw exactly when you stepped into the shrine? Was there anything about the statue that was different?
Well, what I saw was a beautiful, fully complete shrine. Must have been a vision of the past because we saw you there as well.
Right. And when you came back to the present, what did you see?
Run down,
Destroyed.
very like overgrown. Statue was still there.
Right.
There was magic pinging off it, right? It's
Mhm.
clear.
Yeah, I mean it was still magical. So
Right.
was the portal.
The statue works in kind of two ways. It's a conduit for the ward mist,
Mm.
and at the same time it's sort of a beacon for Naralis Analor to watch over the land.
So when you say it's a conduit for the ward mist, what does that mean? So it creates the ward mist, or
She nods.
ah, okay. So when we went there, the portal was. Wait, I look at her. Then take out some paper. I scribbled down. I was like, can we talk about this now? And then I pass it to her.
She looks at you in a confused manner.
No. No.
Are you playing Pictionary?
No, I'm like scrying.
She
I'm
shakes her
like,
head.
you know. No? Okay.
Pictionary.
When we went in, the portal was quite clearly corrupted, I guess, in a way. It was like very blackish looking, and it was like sucking the mist in, right, guys, or something like that. Like it
Mist
was
was
like
being sucked into the portal.
yeah, it was like being like the mist was being siphoned into the portal.
Oh.
Yeah. So that
Maybe whatever the five of you managed to kill somehow gained access to, or not gained access, but was influencing the ward mist.
maybe, and then but before that there were essentially how many? Five,
What?
right?
Right.
Like
Mask
monks.
elf? Yeah.
Yeah. There were like 5 dead monks around the portal. Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah, COVID.
COVID. But yeah, so there were 5 dead monks around the portal. Did we identify them as masked elves because did any of them have?
They
We
were
didn't see, but we just assumed so because of the beads that they saw, which was similar to what Oracle saw in the tent, right? Okay, yeah. So
And also the coins that you took off and gave it to. Who do you give it to?
they had the coins. No, they had Miss Ward
Yeah.
tokens also, which Cypher took, I think, like
Yeah.
from them. Okay, so yeah, so remember when we were talking about like the guard tower area being kind of attacked? So when we, because that is the way to, you know, travel to Grey Home, like we noticed while doing some investigation that some of the tokens were missing, presumably to be used to kind of navigate through the mist. So when we went to the shrine, these monks had ward mist tokens on them, so we can only assume that they maybe were part of the attack at some point or something, like they were related at least to whoever who did. And they're also quite similar to like I'm not sure if you're aware of like the Mars elves and what has been happening like near Everesca and stuff.
Not
Like
really.
since the war, it's been, I mean, there's been a faction of Mars elves you would seem hiding out like in the
I've heard of the
surrounding.
war, but
Yeah,
I haven't really. I mean, we don't really follow very
yeah.
well here.
I mean, that is the reason why, you know, we were sent by Everesca to ask for Grey Holmes help to aid them in, you know, whatever is happening. So it seems like they're related to that in some way, and they're bad people basically. And they were all dead like around the portal. There was no obvious. It wasn't like they were stabbed to death or anything. Like they just were dead, but there was no obvious way of dying, if that makes sense. I mean, you would see when we get there. And
Sure,
then some
sounds.
giant spider like thingy came out of the portal, and then we almost died. Basically, a few of them went through the portal. I think only myself and
Went
our
through to a
cleric.
demi-plane of dread.
Uh-huh.
I mean, why
But
not?
I didn't go through, and I don't think our cleric went through, right, Vervon? Like you didn't manage to go in.
That's a negative.
Like we were the only two of us were outside of the portal.
What do you see?
Well, it was like a mirror image of the shrine, just darker, more
Um,
gloomy.
I think there was water, right? No, wait, there was water on both sides.
It was water, but the water was more real on the other side. The
Mm,
creature was more real on the other side.
mm.
right.
Yeah, it's like when we were attacking it from outside the portal, it wasn't doing as much damage as they were doing
Why
when
is
they
this
went through the
damage?
portal. I don't. Well, I mean, you know, when you hit something, like it seemed to hurt
Just kidding. Just
more.
kidding. Just kidding.
Oh my god!
Um,
But you know, so
sounds like whatever. Well, we'll have a look at it when I actually get there.
there was no body, by the way. Like after we killed the thing, it just like disappeared. Like I have no idea.
It could be still in the other plane, just that we got
Maybe
kicked out.
no, but then maybe yeah.
I think preliminary, perhaps. My best guess would be whatever was in that portal was corrupting the ward miss in a way, and I mean I probably have to make some modifications with the help from the capital, but the ward miss were designed to protect Grey Home and shroud certain areas away, create natural barriers, if you will, but I've perhaps just turned our best defense into almost like an offensive weapon for them.
Possibly.
It being a conduit or beacon for Narales Analor as well, perhaps almost praying allowed it to trap us.
Stronger. Oh, I didn't think about it that way.
It sounds similar to the metal.
It's well, Grey Home is not privy to the benefits of the metal, which is why the ward mists were put in place.
Are you close to Lady Verrona?
Let's say I haven't seen her much.
But then
Was
when
it
you
my
ask
idea?
from help with the capital, is she the one that you go to?
We usually write to the council in general. It's not to a specific person.
Sorry, Oracle, you were saying.
Yeah, was it her idea to make you the village out of specs?
Well, it was not exactly her idea. It was more of like, like I said, it felt like the decision was not mine to make
An unfortunate circumstance.
when my mother passed. Yes. Anything else, guys?
Oh,
Are we-
I
Want to ask
do
about
have,
the library, but I don't know whether we are far enough.
yeah, maybe at the shrine we can talk about it. Lady Verona did request for some dust crystals. So if you wanna, we can pretend this conversation never happened. But yeah, I'm just putting it out there.
Then I just say she doesn't like Verona that much.
I can arrange for a shipment.
Don't know whether it's like the safest thing to do right now.
Oh, why?
You can entrust it to us. We will bring it to her.
I mean, we are going back to Everesco.
Are you?
We are eventually.
Yes, eventually.
I mean,
I
that's the whole mission.
Oh,
Still-
I spoke to the chieftain earlier, and she said that you were headed somewhere else before the capital.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple of stops to make.
Carry
before
a. Would it not be too much trouble to carry a large crate of crystals?
I don't think she was asking for a large crate. It was more like a handful, I think, right?
Oh, handful.
Yeah, it's like
How many
like in
would-
a I don't know. Let me see.
I don't know how many crystals can your bag of clothing hold.
A lot.
Quite a lot, actually.
What a large crate it is.
Large crate it is.
Wow.
I can't. Oh, my notes are all over the place. Hold on. Did she mention how big she said palm size, right? Is that what she said?
Size.
Palm, right?
Sized.
I was like, oh, she asked for like palm sized ones.
So just one?
No, I think like a sack full at least, not a crate, but like something that we can carry like as a party for her.
Ah,
I was
cool.
like 10.
Yeah, you know, like palm size, I guess 10 or 15. I mean, we have a magic bag, so it's not too
Right.
much of.
Bag.
Cypher is
Oh.
really strong. I think it can carry 20.
The crystal supply has not been great as of
Yeah.
late,
Why? You know, why?
but I'll see what I can do when I get back to town.
Okay.
I can certainly spare at least one.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
I think that's all.
Pascal, remember to add one
yeah.
Egg size.
egg size
Chicken
dust
egg
crystal.
size.
Yeah.
Please
Oh,
don't
God.
give it to anyone. Please!
Feed it to Nero.
Look at Francis. It's like, that's what I'm gonna do tonight, bitches! Like,
Tomorrow morning, he's like, what? Glass crystal?
You have a long rest on the road, so whatever you like to do. Bourbon.
On the road,
Are you
Hint, hint.
forged
No
for
animals.
it? Do it! Do it! Let me see, can I help? Survival or
I'm
nature.
going to look for what the fuck do people on the mountains eat? I'm gonna look for any sort of
Potato.
grain.
Green.
Moss soup.
Green in the mountains?
Like,
If you find any grain, it's gonna be in the
vegetation
greenhouse.
is probably
okay. Hold
a
on.
more
Yeah, like fungi or
high,
moss or what.
yeah, like vegetation.
I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Check. Let me see.
Or why don't you ask Selby what can be found in this area and then you go look for it?
Good question. What's the most edible thing that can be found in the mountains?
Selby.
Selby. In your opinion, what is the most edible thing that we can find here?
Oh, well, the most edible thing will probably be in the greenhouses back in town.
Oh,
You can still try, Vervon. We believe
probably
in
not
you.
maybe not a good idea for me to look around then.
You did find the flower. To be
I
fair.
assume
Yeah,
they're
you
eating.
did find the
I
flower.
assume they're eating rations, right? All right, fine. It's okay. It's okay.
You could find another flower.
Yeah.
You know, plus
Uh,
1 spell slot.
I mean, we know where it is technically.
All right. I am going to look for any sort of colorful flowers. Any unique colorful
flowers.
Of the
Flowers
blue
Or
glowing
just
type.
flowers.
That's all. That's all. I'm just gonna leave it open ended. I'm just gonna look for any interesting colors that glow in the dark. Because it's nighttime, correct?
Sure, make me a survival check.
Alright, here we go. I should honestly have taken survival like proficiency.
Don't find anything.
Alright. I'm back, party. We're eating rations today.
Rations it is.
Okay. You make your way back to the shrine. It looks the same as you left it.
Sorry,
Vervon.
yeah, just in case, just roll T. Let me just roll.
Oh, make tea, is it?
Yeah.
It's a what
Right, we're good. The T set lives to a different day.
Yay!
Roll
Nice.
1d6 plus
Supposed to
4.
roll
Yeah, 1d6 plus 4, and then we can go.
on
We can go.
D6 plus 4.
Oh fuck, why did I just type out 1d6 plus 4? Make easier.
Okay.
Vervon makes tea.
Oh, baby.
Wow, look at everyone getting
Oh,
max.
wow.
Jeez, man.
Let us proceed
Why
to the
my
shrine,
hit dice when I
gentlemen.
roll for level up never like that?
Alright. You have your tea. Selby will partake as well, I'm assuming.
Very nice.
Sure.
She says it's a fascinating tea set you have there.
Yes, very, very amazing. Makes
Never
delicious
seen
tea.
never seen anything quite like this. Is quite delicious. I must say we don't drink tea often here, but it's quite a treat to actually have a chance. Tea leaves don't really grow very well at this altitude, unfortunately. Anyway, onto the shrine.
Indeed.
The shrine is as you left it. Entrance doorways have been blown open. However, the mist itself is not coalescing anymore, and it's kind of it's just hovering around. There's no thick wall of mist that blocks your vision as you walk towards the shrine as well anymore. So everything you can see from quite a far away. Selby does remark, we might need someone to get around to fixing the doors.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she steps inside. She examines the bodies first. She'll roll a check. Okay. They've been dead for quite a while, these two, huh? Couple of a week. I don't know, maybe a little bit more than a week. Can't say for sure. I probably need to drag one of the corpses back to do a proper autopsy. Can't actually do it here, didn't bring the tools. Maybe one of you could help me carry one of the corpses back.
Okay, Vervon thumbs up, I guess.
Just look at side street.
Yeah, just look at Cypher.
Okay. Sakri will do it.
Oh, sure.
She looks over to you. So let's get started with the repairing the portal. she
Okay,
kind of
as she like approached the shrine and then saw the door being basically blasted open and stuff like that, did she like what was her reaction to it? I was
shocked,
looking
shocked,
into that.
shocked.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Alright. Yes.
Shocked, a little bit of fright.
This okay.
She approaches the runes. She says, "Well, they were definitely trying to tamper with the runes.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they were trying to relocate the portal almost.
Relocate as in
Change
connect
the
it to another plane?
connect it to another plane.
Mm.
But I don't think they were very successful. Instead of connecting it to another plane, they actually provided a back loop, almost like another entrance to enter our world, our plane.
For the demi plane.
Yes.
Okay. Are you able to tell what other plane they were trying to connect?
It's not complete. Not really, but whatever plane they wanted to connect to would probably be close enough to the demi plane. I don't think it will be too far off, if that makes any sense.
Okay, I'm going to just go take a bit. I just want to copy this with whatever they changed before we change it back, basically, because I just want to have a record of like the runes to see what they were trying
Sure,
to
you
do.
can do that.
So I'm just scribbling.
Yeah. Scribbling or making a detailed
No, I
drawing?
said I'm making a detailed drawing. Making a detailed drawing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is it should be relatively easy to fix. I don't think it'll take very long. You just help me with this, and she kind of gives you instructions on how to, like, kind of carve out one of the runes with the chalk.
Okay.
It's just the incantation. Then she kind of hands like a small scroll to you. And after the two of you kind of stabilize the portal, you see the portal kind of morphs slightly as they're doing it. The Vervon and Oracus and Casclav, you kind of look on, and it kind of shrinks as they complete the runes. You can see the portal shrinking and shrinking before it does appear to be the size of that, the tennis ball like that you saw in your vision earlier.
Hey, this looks like what I saw in the vision of you when you first did this.
Right.
Yay, that's good.
Yeah. Then she kind of like walks away, like kind of like quickly back to the back of the statue,
I follow.
where you see that she kind of like waves her hands, and you can see that there were like a line of invisible runes behind the statue.
Can I make out what they are?
Make me a Arcana check.
I follow.
Whack
follow
myself
very
in the head.
closely.
I'm gonna whack myself in the
I just
head.
look at Vervon.
Sorry,
damn it.
guys.
You didn't
Must have
notice
missed
those?
That. Yeah, must have missed that.
You can't really tell because it's not exactly a spell that's known to you, but you get the idea that it is for protection.
is?
You get the idea it's for protection of something.
Is this like what you're talking about, like the ward mist stuff?
The conduit for the ward mist, yes.
Inside check.
Sure. Just roll. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna roll. She's telling the truth.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't ask why are you uncomfortable talking about, because it is weird. I do understand. Like talking about like stranger literally seeing what you have done in the past is very weird. Completely like get it. But aren't you at least like curious to like get to the bottom of this? Like how is this even possible?
What kind of she kind of looks around and shakes her head slightly.
I'll message her in her head. It's like, even here, really?
She shakes her head.
Shakes her head means what? Like, not here or yes here?
Yeah, it's like no, like no.
Like, don't talk about this here,
Yeah.
kind of no? Okay.
Yeah, she gives you like a look.
Okay. Well, I guess it looks like things are sorted here for the better. And I look at her. Better,
Well,
right?
we'll
Good, right?
probably need to repair the
The
doors
door.
and probably make some modifications to the ward mist, but I think we should be good for now.
I mean, the fact that they could come all the way here is pretty insane.
Is it?
I mean, the only way to get here is through like everything, the guard tower, the catacombs, the town,
Yeah.
you know.
Could have
I
been
think
an
only
inside job.
Unless there's another way to
if they
get
were
here.
regular foot soldiers, I don't know what they can do, but if they were regular foot soldiers, I think it would probably be impossible. They had to have magic of some sort.
No, for sure. Like, okay, these people that we have, I guess, come to blows with, you know, they are definitely well practiced arcane like users. Like, if you and I gesture to like the beads like they wear, like these are like when we encountered them, I brought one of these to my master at the academy in Everesca, and even he was like didn't know that this was even possible. Like they basically could keep a spell in this thing and then just throw it out like whenever they wanted to, or something like that, or be able to capture a spell and put it in like at a moment's notice. Like this is magic that we have not really seen before, I guess. So these people are like what we
Almost
have.
like a dust crystal.
Is it though? I don't think a dust crystal could do that.
I mean, we saw dust crystal cast magic missiles at you.
That's more on just how WoW magic works. I think if you describe it to her, she'll say that WoW magic is more like random, if you will. You can't really predict what will happen. It feels like whatever you're describing with these coins is more
It's
deliberate.
very specific. Yes, very deliberate. Like if we were to throw a fireball, it would capture it and it will keep it, and then it would send it, you know, whenever they wanted to send the same spell back. So it's not wild at all. And well, my master's currently, you know, researching it and like kind of, I guess, breaking it down however way he is doing it. It's a bit eccentric, but yeah. So they definitely are very well versed in the arcane, to say the least.
If they are well versed, they could have probably easily coast. Well, they probably didn't have to actually go through the catacombs, if you will. The catacombs are a way of keeping out people
They
with.
could fly over. Is that what you mean?
Well, I mean, when you came in, you saw the rock formation that blocked your path.
Mm-hmm.
Someone with an adequate grasp of magic could perhaps fly, climb, teleport past.
There are guards there, no?
Behind the rock formation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not exactly near it, but further on, yes.
Well, true. But the rock formation was put there specifically to keep people out, right? Like they didn't want anyone coming into the town. Period.
It was to keep. Well, if it was to keep most people out.
So people who were in the know could get past. Like there's a way to get past that rock formation.
If someone like, let's say, a qualified arcane practitioner who had true mastery of the arcane wanted to get past the rock formation, I don't believe it would be much of an issue for them.
Sure, I mean I don't believe that either, but like just going into the town, like someone just going in, like the guards surely would have been like, "What are you doing here?" You know what I mean? Like
That is true.
so.
And again,
Unless they teleport into the town past the guards, but that would have to mean that they know the town, they know where to teleport to, because you can't just do that without knowing your destination,
again,
right?
it really feels like they had knowledge of the land before they even arrived,
That is true.
which begets the question of how.
Mm-hmm.
Inside job.
If they knew that they couldn't go into the catacombs and they had to get past the rock formation,
Mm.
that means they knew they would never be able to pass through the catacombs. They
Mm-hmm.
would never be worthy.
Mm-hmm.
But how?
I don't know. We went through the catacombs.
But we are
Questions.
worthy.
Well, we had to prove ourselves nonetheless, but yeah.
Yeah, but I think we did ask if anyone else passed through here, and
And they said no,
Yeah.
right? Like they said we were the first people who had, new
That's the-
people who had come
yep.
to the town since like forever. So they in order to come in, like if they were to pass the rock formation with magical means, somehow teleport into a spot within the city that they were told of, they still had to disguise themselves as people. Like they couldn't just be strangers walking about town, because like everyone knows everyone here, right? At Great Hall, it's like the moment there's a new face, like people know that it's a new face.
She
So they
nods.
would have to disguise as someone who is already like part of the town to not raise suspicion or anything. But it's like how do you do that? You know, like
Like
that
I
is a
said,
lot of inside information.
it probably was someone leaked the information to them.
Oh, it's terrible.
Also,
Do you have a suspicion of who it could be?
hold on. The Leodons have a contact in Grey Cloak Hills as well. Or at least that's what we suspect. So
If
someone must be working with them
if
on the inside.
if I had to guess, from the day and a half, 2-3 days that I've been awake, the only person that I can think of is Bjorn.
Bjorn?
Yes,
Why?
he's the only one with knowledge of the shrine and its inner workings. He is aware, first, of the portal, and second, that of the runes that are engraved behind, and that the statue serves as a conduit for the ward mist. And like you aptly mentioned, your friend here aptly mentioned, he is one of the few that deals with people from the outside. And I believe that he does deal with the Leodons.
I want to ask another sensitive question.
Mm.
Who do you think is listening in on you or spying on you?
Say lah.
You see, she.
Are we still in the shrine?
Yes.
Oh. I'm like, oh, I'll pull her out of the shrine.
She just looks at you and shakes her head.
I'm like, Oh no, wait, we have to carry the bodies. God damn it. Cypher, blah, blah.
I
One body.
refuse to touch the bodies.
One body.
Life correct. This thing is dead. It has no value to me.
Oh, wow. Hmm. But when she was talking about Beyond, I wanted to inside check that.
Sure.
Oh man, come on.
Pivotal role.
Yeah. She's telling the truth.
Like 100%. Like she just firmly believes it's him.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, are we pretty much like done here at the shrine? Like aside from, of course, you have to go back to town and get people to like fix up
Yeah.
the door and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, okay.
Yep.
So let's make our way back. But then in her head, it's like you gotta tell me when. Like it's okay.
What do you mean you got to tell me when?
Like when it's okay to like talk to her instead of
Oh.
like like oh here
Have to
cannot, here
keep
cannot.
testing, yeah, keep
Ah.
testing.
You get a single word in reply. Just never.
Just curious, right?
I'm gonna write on a piece of paper.
I'm just curious, right? But I don't know if we've done this yet, but you
Move
cast
this.
detect magic with Selby around.
Yeah, you close her.
I'm
Oh.
just gonna cast. Sorry, like near Selby.
There's a couple of magical items on her body.
Sure.
Anything
Any
definition?
scrying? Yeah.
Yes.
Which one?
One of her rings.
I knew it. It's on her. So whatever she's wearing or it's on her, it's like it's purposefully placed on her to look to like spy on her. Right? Seems like the kind of
Okay.
thing that's happening right now, which is
Oh,
why she
good.
says never.
I will write.
So what we need to do is, can I check what level the spell is?
No,
Or detect
What the
magic doesn't
fuck?
tell me.
it
No.
just tells
It just tells me the
school-
presence of the magic, right?
The school of the magic will
Okay.
help.
school of the magic, yeah.
Well, since it's on one of her rings, right? Can I just glance at her rings?
Sure.
Which ring is it?
Are you
What does
gonna
it
pull
look
out her
like?
hand?
No, I'm just gonna side eye it.
She has 3 rings and all 3 are magical.
I know, but
Okay.
which one is the one that is divination?
Probably
The one
hard for
on
me.
her
to-
the one on her index finger.
What does it look like?
Are you gonna pull up her hand to look at it?
I mean, like it's
Can
not
I just check the
like
color?
it's on
of
her
the
hand.
ring?
It's not like she's like
It's a regular.
hiding
It appears. I mean, from far, it looks like a silver ring.
silver band, like
Yeah, silver
plain,
band. Yeah,
no
plain.
like
No,
gems or whatever.
no.
Okay. I'm gonna write on a piece of paper. Who gave you the book and the ring?
She will look at the message and then just look back at you and just almost like a look of worry and anger combined. She will just write no one. Just walk away.
Maybe we're looking too much into it. Probably for her own sake. Better for us not to pry.
She walked away, right? I'm like, it's not about prying. It's like there are things that we need to ask her that we need to get to the bottom of, but we are never going to be able to because of this. Then what is the point?
Well, is it most likely we'd have to somehow get rid of whatever is obviously talking away from her, right?
I mean, she
Somehow
walked away.
get rid of whatever is attached onto her. If I were to guess on a
That
ring,
is extremely unlikely. She's literally wearing the ring.
I understand, but
I pull
our
out my
options are
long sword.
limited.
Stop!
Our options are
There was
limited.
once I had to amputate a colleague's arm to save his life.
Oh my god. I don't know, man. Like, what else are we supposed to do?
If she, I mean, can't she just take off the ring?
Okay. But she did When I messaged her in our minds, she said not even that was safe. So I don't know how this scrying thing works, but apparently even they can read her thoughts or some shit. Like, I don't know. That's intense, man. But apparently writing is fine. Like, writing on a piece of paper is fine. So they can't see, presumably.
Okay, here is my theory, right? That magical item that she's wearing, she can't get rid of it because she is attuned to it.
Yeah, but you can take it out
She
Like, it's
can
not-
take it out, but
unless it is bound to her
because-
in a way that she can't remove it.
because
lah.
it's magically attuned to her, maybe it's magically listening to her thoughts as well, even if she took it out. It's something of a
Have
maybe
this
a
discussion. Continue this discussion. As you arrive back
In
in the
hushed
town,
tones, by the way.
but in the journey continues, and you arrive back in the town. It's morning. As you arrive, the chieftain is actually waiting nearish the center of the town. She just pull away Selby for a moment before before greeting you. And you just see Selby. They speak for a brief moment. She nods, and then the chieftain just comes over and speaks to you while Selby walks away.
How did Selby look when she was speaking to the chieftain?
Just like a straight face.
Did she, but like very stiff, or like was her posture? Was it like tense, or was it relaxed, or?
Give me an insight check.
私聊咯，私聊咯。
I mean, seemed a little bit tense.
Okay. Maybe it's the chieftain. Maybe we need to kill her.
Oh, she was given an item
she-
to watch.
Chieftain walks over and says, "Thank you for help. I heard from the guards that you left with Selby, and it wasn't even your job, but we are thankful for the help. Really."
Mm.
Is anything wrong?
What do you mean?
No, just you had to speak to Selby the moment we came
Oh
back.
no, she has to leave for the capital for a bit.
For the capital to Everesca?
Yeah. Well, they heard about the situation, the portal and the ward miss, and well, they need. Well, the council would like to speak to her and to provide some, well, advice and suggestions going forward.
Oh,
How did they get the message through?
Sorry.
How did they get the message through?
By Griffin.
Wait, what?
Flying bird.
a
Hold
griffin.
on.
Ability.
We just found out about the portal like what, 2 days ago? In fact 1.5 days ago since we got back, and then
This is quite frankly, I was quite surprised because, well, usually they don't fly over. They would usually send messages to and fro from Selby. So this is quite frankly the first time that I've seen them actually send an envoy or a messenger on foot through the foothills. Must be quite urgent, I guess.
insight check.
Sure.
Then subject.
Yeah. Just to be telling the truth.
How did they hear about it so quickly?
Whoever is scrying on Sylvie is on the council. AKA Lady Verrona, my arch nemesis. Cause fuck that bitch.
That means she knows about the dust crystals they were gonna
She's
steal.
Ariel Silver Hand, except that there's no redemption up.
Yeah, it gives us the same vibe.
Well,
Selby does run up to a couple of minutes later. Selby does kind of like you see her running out from the temple. She hands you one dust crystal that's wrapped up. So yeah,
oh,
in case she looks at you like with very hardened eyes. In case I don't see you anymore, this is for you. And just yeah.
That's just extremely ominous. Okay. Yeah.
Selby, don't say that.
She just waves and then she waves goodbye and then she walks away.
There must be something we can do.
Let's
We
go
talked
back to
about-
Nebraska.
Okay lah. Like that lor. Anikwan lah.
Oh,
no, who's
oh,
not
man.
getting the dust crystal?
Well, she said it's for you, not for Verona.
Exactly. So,
we will wrap today's session here, guys.
I wanted to cast glove do the
wonder-
thing with the egg.
I wonder
Ah.
if she was if maybe even the chieftain was forced to give that scrying thing to Selby for whatever reason.
I don't think it was a cheater was forced. I strongly believe it's Lady Verona because there's
Lady
literally
Verona.
that's the only connection so
I
far.
mean, DM, can I just
You
roll a really, 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 really long stretch of a history check to see if I remember if Yin was wearing a ring as well?
Ooh.
Or if
Sure.
Selby was wearing a ring in the visions that we saw her.
Yes. Where have I
Ooh.
seen this ring?
It's a
Maybe.
good one. Or you can both roll.
All right, let's
What,
go for
history,
it.
ah?
Come on.
Yeah.
History.
So one will be or
Oh my God, Melvin.
God,
Oh my
please.
Come on,
Melvin
come
did
on,
not
Konima.
clutch it.
Can I roll because
okay.
I touched her in the
no,
vision?
yeah, no, Oracle's got it. already.
Touch her.
In the first vision, if you will, when she was being inducted, if you will, by Lady Verona, she was not wearing the silver ring. However, every vision past that she was.
It is
So Verona lah.
it's Verona.
I mean, we just lay the suspicions first. We don't go and anyhow lynch her, send her into space.
I just realized Cam said he had like a shit ton of questions to ask and nobody asked him what he wanted.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
I thought
And
he
now-
would pass it
Ask
to
you.
us.
Yeah, I thought he will message.
He
Like-
didn't. But you
Message to you, is it?
he didn't message me anything.
Oh, but no, he never say anything also there. He never
No,
give-
you can just say now, oh well, no more asking Selby questions because she's gone.
Oh no.
Oh.
Tentatively, Lady Verona is sus. Okay, tentatively,
Tentatively, it's 110%.
tentatively. Okay.
You see, okay, because the Leodons asked for the dust crystal and Verona asked for the same dust crystal, same size, down to the exact, like, I specifically need palm size. So Leodon asked for the same thing, so did she. That is sus. That means two of them have a connection somewhere, somehow. And also she's a bitch. So
And also your brother that you don't want to talk about.
exactly. But you can tell by my gestures that something ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
You got tried to
And
speak to her
say
manager or
shit.
not?
But you know. I must speak to
Completely,
her
completely forgot about that, Marion. You have to
manager.
hold that to your grave, eh?
I know. But that doesn't mean that my attitude is gonna get any better. You're
Wow.
gonna be stuck with the Karen, okay? Never say attitude what? My attitude can change. The information cannot go out, but the attitude can change.
From the message, Cam.
No, I'm sorry, Kim. Sorry, Kim. He's probably like, what? God,
She
really?
died.
We killed her.
God.
I think by the time we go back, right, she already mampus.
That's no way lah. She's did it.
Yeah, by the time we arrive back, she already mampus already.
Is there really no way?
Yes,
To
I don't
help
think it's
her.
no way. It's just we
What
approached
if
it the
you-
wrong way.
Sneak into her office and then you just steal those 2 items.
Yeah, if she's gonna die, just steal everything, right?
Just steal it for it.
You want 1 dust crystal or 25 dust crystals?
I want the giant one in the mine.
Steal the chandelier.
Could we have finessed her ring off her finger? Oh, there's no way. I think if we had taken it out, the connection would have broke, and then whoever's on the other end would know that
Mm-hmm.
Connection,
Yeah, so it's kind of like a both.
it's like shit either way.
Yeah,
I knew
unless we
something
just
was sus.
take Selby and run.
Because if not the walls, right, then definitely something on her. I thought it would actually be something.
No, it's something
Inside of
in her
her.
room, so it's the book in her room.
I am aware, and I'm talking about
and then also I
the
guess the
fact
ring
that
finger.
the fact that she was talking that like she was getting tracked even like way outside already had me kind of sus.
We still don't know what is underneath the freaking library because she can't say.
You can't say
Because
it.
why?
So
Because Lady Verrona is a bitch.
yeah, so it's something Lady Verrona is like
This is the,
gatekeeping us.
the title of this episode is Lady Verrona is a bitch.
Yeah, Lady Verrona is
Oh,
gatekeeping
I wonder
us.
whether we can try and appeal to her and I don't know, help
I mean,
whatever is trapped
there's an
underneath.
opportunity. She has not left yet.
Yeah.
She leaving soon, so there's an opportunity for that next session.
Okay.
So here's my thoughts, right? She's clearly emotionally attached to whatever is below.
Yes.
Maybe she wants to save them, I don't know, remember them.
Yes.
We can
Maybe
try
it's
and
her
appeal.
mama.
Possible. But it's more than one person, right? She specifically said
She
them.
was.
Are
yeah.
you all?
Are you all okay? Can you all hear me?
Her great grandmother, so
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's generations, right? Like, this
Yeah.
was all passed
10
down through the
generation.
family. Yeah. Oh my god, it's a mass grave, guys. That sucks. Shall we do some digging? We cannot go from the top, we
60
go from
feet
the bottom.
Oh my god.
Why did we think of that? To go beneath the tower? Why did we not? Why?
You can
Because
do
we
that.
have no way to get up, right?
No, go from the below. Like we dig.
Oh
6 foot,
my
6
god.
feet under, you know?
Probably take
we need-
months.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But we might not even reach because remember there's that weird barrier thing.
That is true. But I thought like the barrier is the end, like the base of the tower.
It's not. I think there was something underneath.
Yeah, it's not really like it was the midpoint or something, or it's like furthest down that we could go.
Yep, it's the first down you could go. Basically, the barrier.
But it's not.
It goes further. It goes further than that. Much further than that.
Yeah.
So the
Oh.
barrier is the base of the tower.
The barrier is like slightly
if-
below.
if-
Slightly below.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Mm,
Ifrit detected desecrated ground like 60 plus feet
Mm,
down, right?
yeah. Oh my god.
And do not forget that. Remember in the library we found holding cells and chains.
Yeah.
Torture device, some interrogation room, library.
Seems normal if you don't want to get tortured, return your books on time.
You tell me right, what library need to climb the chain, don't know what 100 meters. Confirm within that 0 meter to 100 meter is some like never ending torture chamber to Everesca or something.
Oh my
You know,
god.
they're
should ask
sacrificing
Sean,
they're sacrificing
library
to what
expert.
god? What about the
Yeah,
what's the god that they pray to? Analor, right? What's the opposite of Analor?
Nalano. Joking.
No.
Oh my god, all makes sense now.
It's Nelly one.
That's right. Going to Use my level 5 extra attack to wipe the party.
Nice. All right. I'll see you guys next week.
Yo, take care,
Hey
man.
yo.
Recover from
Speedy
COVID.
recovery, friend.
Thanks.
Think about it. What can we do to convince Selvi? Got 1 week to
You
think
have 1
about
week.
it.
You have 1 week to think
Yeah.
about it.
Oh my god.
I think you better update Cypher. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I was linking the VOD, but I know he's not gonna watch the VOD, so yeah. All right. See you guys.
See
GG,
you.
thanks
GG,
for
guys.
session.
GG game.